What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that thumbs up button. More likes equals more hooligans. Go and read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing on this Freedom Friday. Then, of course, we will be getting things started. We'll be starting off with this video titled, Trump Vants to Address March for Life. I guess there's been a march going on in D.C. since like noon. It's now 4:10 here Eastern time. And they're kind of out there, but the numbers are dwindling. So I figure we'll cover a video talking about what the point of it is, and then we'll see if there's any stragglers still marching. As far as I know, nothing spicy has happened. They were expecting more than 100,000 people to show up. I don't know if they actually hit that number, but there was a shit ton of people out in the streets. But like I said, the numbers have really dwindled at this point. Then we got a video titled, I don't know how you say this name, Mariano Rivera, maybe? The wife is accused of covering up sexual abuse at a church camp. Apparently this is some individual who's connected to baseball, Major League Baseball. This person and his wife are connected to some church. They're involved in a bunch of programs that involve children. And apparently there was some bad stuff that happened and they tried to cover it up. Then we got a video titled, Trump proposes getting rid of FEMA as he visits North Carolina. And then the next video is titled, Donald Trump promises rapid reconstruction in North Carolina after historic Helene flooding. Both of those took place in North Carolina. President Trump went to North Carolina today. He's also going to be going to Los Angeles. He's probably in Los Angeles at this point. But he spoke to a bunch of officials and stuff in North Carolina, but then he went and spoke to families and people who are suffering from the hurricane and all of that, and he was talking bad about FEMA. And we've all been wondering about how all of that's gone because FEMA hasn't been doing right by those people in North Carolina, and President Trump, he's finally talking about it. Then we got a video titled, President Trump en route to Los Angeles to survey Palisades fire damage. Like I said, he's going to be heading towards Los Angeles. I don't know if he's going to be live or not because they won't do anything about the White House website. So there is no live event page. There's no press briefing page. There is nothing telling anyone when he's being live. So it's very hard to figure out when he's going live at this point. I do have his public calendar, but even on the public calendar, every event says that it's closed to press, including the one where he was live. So I don't know how to find him live. But either way, we are going to cover that. So then you know why he's going to Los Angeles. If he does go live, it looks like it's going to be somewhere between 6 o'clock and 7:30 Eastern time. I got the link pulled up. We'll see if we can capture him live. But either way, we're going to figure out what he's doing there. Then we got a video titled, Trump speaks about his decision to end Dr. Fauci's federal security detail. Now, he kind of downplays it and says, oh, this happens all the time. This is procedure. He's not working for the government right now. He doesn't need security detail. But then the very next video we got is titled, Trump administration halts federal advisory meetings, including for the NIH. Right? So that's the National Institute of Health or whatever. The NIH works with the WHO, and they together decide our fate every time sickness comes around. So I just think it's kind of a coincidence that Dr. Fauci's security detail ends and then we cut ties with the NIH. In that video, they try to say that this pause that's going on between us and the NIH is just short term, but we'll see. Then we got, let's see, we got a video titled ICE Raid in Newark, New Jersey. What happened at Ocean Seafood Depot? Now in this video, they're talking about how ICE is bad. And they went into this restaurant and they didn't have warrants, and 3 of the 8 people they interviewed didn't have documents proving that they were here legally, and they're all mad about it and on all of this other stuff. So I guess we'll just go ahead and let the tears flow. People have been out of shape about this mass deportation that President Trump's been promising, and now it's happening, and now everybody's all surprised and all of that. And with the same tone, this next video is titled, Maine School District Offers Guidance Amidst Real Fear of Immigration Sweeps. This school is resisting ICE. They're handing out, no, not this video. In this video, they're trying to inform students what their rights are and stuff like that. They say they're going to comply, but then they also say that they're going to make sure that ICE is doing their job legally and stuff like that. There's a lot of symptoms in this video that they're not really thrilled with ICE being able to go into schools and churches to get these illegals out. Right after that, we got another one of these videos that is titled SoCal Schools Issue Red Cards to Protect Immigrant Students. In this video, it's another school resisting ICE, but in this case, they are handing students these red cards that have their rights on them and all this other stuff, which is fine. You should know your rights. But these schools are basically fear-mongering ICE, telling their students they should be afraid of deportations. And these are the same people who are telling the normies that Americans are going to be deported and all this other stuff. So lots of dumb shit going on with people resisting ICE. And then our final news video of the day is titled, it's a follow-up video, and it's titled Suspects in Fatal Vermont Border Patrol Agent Shooting Identified. And then it says documents show, talking about the police reports and stuff like that. Now they have an identity for these two individuals that attacked a Border Patrol agent, killed the agent. When we originally covered this video, they just said there was two individuals. One of them is dead. The other one was in critical condition, but in custody. Now we figured out who these people are. One is like a German national that had a expired visa. The other one, I believe, is an American who was, they're somehow involved, but when they got stopped, they both had guns on them and stuff like that. So it seems like they were up to no good. Either way, follow-up video. Then, of course, we got a funny video of the day and a feel-good video of the day. Our funny video is titled, Since Everyone Wants to Keep Bringing Up the Elon Salute. And then our feel-good video of the day is titled, It's Feeling Patriotic Around Here. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Mindy? What's up, Tom? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Matt Rogers? What's up, Damsel? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Annette? And what's up, Zero? And what's up, Guess MJ? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Wayward, I think you were first today. I appreciate you racing the chat, Wayward. What's up, Russell? Russell, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Energy Woman? What's up, Pumpkin? What's up, Hidu? What's up, Mr. B New? What's up, Elisa? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Paul? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Libby Racer? What's up, Matthew? Happy freedom. What's up, Gron? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Shake and Bake? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Zupia? Happy freedom to you. Let me see where we are here. Scrolling through. Think we got everybody. What's up, Tree Herder? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Appeal to Heaven? Appreciate you sliding through. Make sure you hooligans hit that thumbs up button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you. And what's up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? Matt Rogers, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Stern? What's up, Tony Rich? Let me see. What is your name? McGurks. Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the Goof Tube? Prop Picture Girly, you were first over here. You sent me emails. I will have to check. I didn't see any emails from you, but maybe it was recent. Appreciate you being here, Prop Picture Girly. What's up, Toy Mafia? Shake and Bake, you are omnipresent. Appreciate you. Sage Pub, you are omnipresent. Appreciate you. Matt Rogers, you are truly omnipresent. What's up, Sassy Patriot? Happy freedom. What's up, John S? What's up, TPP? TPP? Yeah, that was enough P's on that. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Blue Crow? What's up, I'm Janet? What's up, Shanti? Happy freedom. What's up, Lion's Heart? What is up, Fury? What's up, Anthony? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. I think we got everybody. What's up, Crystal Blue? Happy freedom to you. Hit the thumbs up over on the commie platform. What's up, Lefty Lucy? Happy freedom. Let's pull up X. Free ad credit. They trying to get me to use their advertisement bullshit. We'll see. I think X is the only platform I'm allowed to run ads on. Lions Heart, appreciate you being over here on X. Happy freedom to everyone watching on X. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. Like I said, this first video is titled Trump Vance to Address March for Life Rally. This has been going on in D.C. since noon. Like I said, it's 4:18 p.m. Eastern time right now. So in this video, they're going to describe what the March for Life is. It's an anti-killing baby march. We'll word it like that because YouTube's fucking soft. But that's what it is. Like I said, the numbers have really dwindled. I do have a live for it. So we're going to play the video. They'll describe what's going on. We'll check out the live. We'll hang out as long as it's entertaining. And then we'll move forward after that. But before we get that pulled up, I want to remind you hooligans, we have these MAGA hooligan t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair. Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in the chat for you guys to have the opportunity to hire Alistair for your creative needs. Because if you think it, he can create it. This design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and I even made cooking aprons out of this design. So I will be also posting the link for the merch store while we're watching this first video.
And you're looking live at Washington, D.C. as President Trump and Vice President Vance gear up to address the March for Life today. The president will appear remotely while the VP will address the crowd live from the National Mall, his first public appearance since Inauguration Day. News Nation's Libby Dean is in D.C. with more. Libby, we can see stage is set behind you. More than 150,000 protesters expected at today's rally. What are they hoping to hear from the Trump administration?
Good morning, Marky. Yeah, those large numbers of protesters, they're not here yet, but things are fully underway when it comes to the setup that we're seeing behind me. Now, as for what they're wanting to hear from President Trump, they're wanting to hear him recommit to limiting, if not completely restricting access to abortion here in the United States now that he's in his second term. And they're also not only going to hear from him virtually, but they're also going to hear from his vice president in person. This is the first time VP Vance is going to be making a public appearance since he was sworn in. We're also going to see Senate Majority Leader John Thune here, as well as House Speaker Mike Johnson. So a fully stacked schedule. We've also got Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. That list just keeps going, as well as New Jersey Congressman Chris Smith. Now, today's events are actually expected to begin in about 2 hours at 11 this morning. And then we'll see those speakers hit the stage around noon today. And then they're going to march from where I am at all the way down to Capitol Hill in this chilly weather. Marky?
And Libby, might I mention, too, this event coming on the heels of President Trump pardoning 23 anti-abortion activists just yesterday. What more can you tell us there?
Yeah, that happened late last night, where Trump pardoned those 23 abortion activists who were convicted during the Biden administration, one of them being actually Bevelyn Williams. Now, Trump pardoned her. She's a Tennessee woman who was actually sentenced to 41 months in prison after crushing an abortion clinic staffer's hand in a door while trying to block access to a New York City facility in 2020 is when that happened. Now, when announcing these pardons, President Trump said that the activists that were convicted never should have been convicted in the first place. Let's listen.
They should not have been prosecuted. Many of them are elderly people. They should not have been prosecuted. This is a great honor to sign this.
Some of those 23 were serving federal sentences. We've been seeing them released over the last few hours since Trump signed these pardons late last night. Marky?
Right, busy day ahead. Libby Dean, live in D.C. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good.
All right. So that, like I said, was a summary of the March for Life situation. This is live right now. Oh, hold on a second. Who is this? I want to make sure I give them credit. Come on, thing. Anyways, like I was saying, their numbers are pretty much nothing at this point. I don't know who all those people are that got white hats on. That definitely looks questionable. Let me throw this up on the screen here really quick. Good enough. Anyways, like I was saying, their numbers are dwindling, but they were expecting more than 100,000 people there. This is a anti-killing baby march and whatnot. This is just who's left. I'm really questioning the white hats over there. That is something else. But either way, I don't have any video on what J.D. Vance actually said to these people. I don't see anything about it. I assume the news is covering it up because I didn't even know he spoke or was going to speak or anything until I saw that last video that we just covered. So anyways, this is what's left from the March for Life march, I guess it was. I don't know if there's going to be anything for it tomorrow. Like I said, it's really hard to figure out the lives right now. It's kind of no structure, no rhyme, no reason to anything. I'm sure that'll change, but either way, this is the numbers. Obviously not 100,000 people standing there at this point. And like I said in the beginning of the live, as far as I know, nothing spicy happened. Nothing crazy happened. It's just a bunch of people marching around in circles. Either way, next up, we got Mariano Rivera, which is probably not how you pronounce that name, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it, because definitely. But either way, it's titled Wife Accused of Covering Up Sexual Abuse at a Church Camp, which is just a terrible thing that happened. Either way, it's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about that March for Life. I don't know what to say, Snooks. I don't know what to say to that. The white hats are good and we're in the parade. I just wonder who that is. As far as your DM, I don't know what you're talking about. I read through that. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. What's up, Annette? Happy freedom to you. Guess so much fake BS online right now. Have to research everything. Yeah, it just sucks because I had a routine to figure out what was going on for the lives, and then everything got changed when President Trump came in. They rearranged the entire White House website, and now there's nothing useful on it, which sucks, and I'm sure they'll fix it, but it just sucks right now because I'm like running around trying to figure out when President Trump's live. Even Right Side Broadcasting is not showing half the stuff live. I don't even know how the press is figuring it out unless they're traveling with the White House staff and all of that, but I'm sure it'll get worked out. It's just kind of rough right now to figure everything out. What's up, Zero? Happy freedom to you. Pumpkin, there were a lot more people there. Yeah, there was a ton of people there, but that's all that's there right now. Paul, I think Jeff's state bird is a mosquito. Yeah, I think you're right, Paul. Yeah, the Michigan state bird is a mosquito. Just reading through and we'll get on to this next one. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Carp? Happy freedom to you. Crystal Blue. Oh, yeah, but, I mean, it's hard to find somebody speaking in a 4-hour video. That's the thing, is that there's no news out there that cropped out what J.D. Vance said. I mean, maybe I'll go through Benny's live and go and figure it out for tomorrow's stuff, but it's such a pain in the ass to do that. Proud Patriot Girly, Patriot Front marched in D.C. as well. Yo, you sent me the video to it? Interesting. I'm kind of surprised to still see Patriot Front. What if President Trump busted them out? That's kind of all we're waiting on. What's up, Scott? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Visions? Happy freedom to you. Patriot Front Fed boys. Yeah, that is what they are. Bunch of Fed boys. Just like the Nazis that come out. I can't even think of what they're called, but they come out with swastikas and they dress in all red and black, and those are Fed boys too. Zero, it's always Trump's fault. Snugs, Trump's having a rally tomorrow at 3:30. Thanks for letting me know, Snugs. We'll cover it. What's up, Josh1776? Happy freedom to you. Matthew, Klaus is fighting commies. He might be. Well, hooligans, we'll move forward. This next one's titled, possibly, I don't know how you say this person's name, Mariano Rivera, wife accused of covering up sexual abuse at a church camp. This is a story that no one would ever want to come true, but here we are. I don't know why there's so many people connected to like major league sports and stuff and doing bad stuff like this. This guy's a major league baseball player, and they're getting infatuated with this nonsense. Either way, hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
A Baseball Hall of Famer now accused of covering up child sexual abuse. A lawsuit against legendary New York Yankees pitcher Mariano Rivera and his wife, claiming that the pair failed to protect a young girl who was abused during a 2018 summer camp trip sponsored by their church, and again at the Rivera's home. News Nation's Alicia Nieves is following this story from New York this morning. Alicia, these are disturbing and disappointing allegations for one of the most beloved figures in baseball history.
Yeah, good morning, Marky. Mariano Rivera, certainly one of the most beloved, members of the baseball kind of community, but also so revered here in New York, right? Rivera, the only member of the Pro Baseball Hall of Fame to unanimously be elected on his first ballot, always had a clean-cut public image, really respected. So these allegations, shocking on that nature, and certainly shocking on the fact that they happened in this lawsuit. In the lawsuit filed this week, the former New York Yankees pitcher and his wife, Clara Rivera, are accusing of failing to protect a young girl who was sexually abused on their watch, and then intimidating her to remain silent about what happened. Now, according to the suit, the retired baseball player's wife is a pastor at the Refuge of Hope Church in New York, and in her role as pastor, she allegedly persuaded the young girl identified in the lawsuit as Jane Doe to attend a church summer camp trip in Florida in 2018, where they claimed the young girl was sexually abused by an older camper. Now, the child's mother allegedly told the Riveras about the abuse and was promised that Clara, as a church leader, would investigate. But the lawsuit says rather than take action, the couple, quote, isolated the victim and pressured her into staying silent. The suit also claims that after the initial abuse at the summer camp, Jane Doe was assaulted by the same person during the gathering at the Hall of Famer's home later that summer. And Marky, according to the lawsuit, the girl was sexually assaulted again, but at a church in 2021 and 2022 by an adult son of an associated pastor. That's when the girl and her mother filed police reports, but apparently no charges were brought in any of those cases, Marky.
And Alicia, how has the Rivera family responded to these allegations?
Well, they are categorically denying the allegations, claiming that Rivera and his wife didn't even know about the sexual abuse allegations until 2022. That is when their lawyer says the couple received a letter from an attorney requesting a financial settlement. Now, in a statement to News Nation, the Rivera's lawyer says, in part, the Riveras are known throughout New York for their commitment to serving underprivileged children. It's unfortunate they are being targeted by false allegations. And have to point out here, Marky, that while the lawsuit outlines allegations against Mariano Rivera and his wife, it's the church itself and not the Riveras that are being listed as defendants in this civil case.
Troubling claims within that lawsuit for sure. Alicia, thank you so much. We'll follow it closely. Thanks for watching.
What a weird thing to say at the end. They spent the whole story talking about these Rivera people, and then at the end they say, oh, they're not even listed as the defendants, the church is. Well, then why are you talking about these people then? If they're not the ones the courts are going after, then why are you talking about them then? And if they are the ones responsible for this, then why are they not listed in the court documents? Like I said, what a weird thing to say at the end of the story there. News Nation, they're all over the place. I don't know. These people really are sexually assaulting children and stuff like that. News Nation will be out here defending them. Their blue team is hell. Either way, next up we got Trump proposes getting rid of FEMA as he visits North Carolina. We might play these next two videos back to back. Both of them is President Trump in North Carolina. Like I said, he had kind of an official meeting that he did with elected officials and people like that. But then he went and met with families that were affected by Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton and all of that. And then he did another presser there. Like I said, both these videos are in North Carolina, but they're two separate events that happened earlier today. So we're probably going to play them back to back. But right now, we're going to hop in the chat. We're going to see what you hooligans think about this Rivera family, whether or not you know who they are, think they're good people or bad people, as well as the church incident that happened resulting in a child potentially being assaulted. What's up, Live Review? Happy freedom to you. Russell, some things don't make sense about this. It sounds to me like a money grab. It kind of sounds that way to me as well as Russell. I wonder what other details will come out about this, because if everybody's vouching for this family, it makes me wonder, is the people vouching for him corrupt too? You know, like Diddy goes to jail and then all of a sudden all these celebrities are like, nah, Diddy's a good guy. It makes you wonder, are they bad people too? Is it a situation like that? Or is it a money grab? Are these people just take advantage of the Rivera family and the church because they know they got money? They get money out of it. It's hard to say. Especially if it's just he said, she said, and there's no rape kit done or anything like that. Then what kind of evidence do you really have that something wrong happened? What's up, Muskie Boss? Happy freedom to you. Guess agree. Weird story. Yeah. Rappy, never heard of them? I've never heard of them either, but I don't pay attention to baseball, so I couldn't tell you one baseball player's name. Libby Racer, you've never heard of them either? Josh 1776, I bet the family got sued civilly because they're worth a lot of money. Could be. So it's kind of seeming like. Phrasing. Get some? You're living rent free in my head. Ghostly sounds like bullshit to me. Go after the rapist. Yeah, and they didn't even. The whole story sounds really weird. They talked about this family, and then at the end they're like, yeah, the family's not even brought up in the charges. It's just the church. Oh. Well, then who's all involved in the church then? Because they're not talking about that. Paul Earthworm Lips. Yeah, that lady's got face injection blindness. Her lips look like they were about to pop off. They're just earthworm lips. I mean, that's the best way to describe it. I don't know. I wish people would stop screwing with their appearance. I mean, some people need to. That's what's messed up with the world. Some people need to fix their appearance. And people who don't, they inject bullshit in their face. And then they wonder why they got cancer at 50. Like, well... Stupid. Bad choices. Rappy, same here. Yeah. What's up, Rip Curl? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky Chops, say Babe Ruth. I know it's a baseball player, but I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't tell you if that person was alive or dead. I literally don't know anything about baseball. I don't even know positions in baseball. Like, you're either batting or you're not. That's I have no knowledge of baseball. What's up, Jeff? Happy freedom to you. Oh God. I'll let you guys chew on that troll ass. You let me know when you're ready for him to be kicked out. I remember when people used to show up and do that same shit about hooligans. DB sounds fishy. Yeah. It does sound fishy. What's up, real life? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Darlene? Happy freedom to you. All I can say is sickos. Absolutely. I don't know how people can attack kids. There's only so much I'm allowed to say on the live. You can't fix those kind of people. That's what I'm trying to say. And would the victims stay around them if this happened? I would be as far away as I could get. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like that's usually how it goes, right? If somebody gets assaulted in this way, it's very common that they don't come forth right away. The time passes and things like that. It's very common. But you don't usually see the victim go back and hang out with the perpetrators, right? They don't go and hang out with the monsters. Usually these situations, they're trapped with those people. They have reoccurring instances where they get stuck with this person. That's usually how it leads to assault in the first place, because they have reoccurrences with this person where they're just isolated. And so if you have an option to flee, usually they do. They may not come forth and say why they don't like this person. They know why they don't like this person, and if it's up to them, they stay away. To go back and hang out, it kind of reminds me of the Diddy story. We covered a week or so ago. The victim went to News Nation, I think it was. I don't think it was Newsmax, and did an interview, and they tried to like black her all out so you couldn't tell who she was or whatever, but claimed that she was assaulted with the TV remote and all this other stuff. But then at the end of the story, they were like, well, if they did all this stuff to you, why did you go back later that day and hang out with them? Why did you keep coming back and hanging out with them? And then they ended the interview, and they wanted you to go and pay some money and watch their full hour special and yada, 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 extorting the story and whatnot. But either way, it's just, that stuff doesn't make sense. Usually if somebody's assaulted by a monster, they were preyed upon, usually they don't go back for seconds. But either way, next up, like I said, we got 2 Trump videos, and I think we are going to play these back to back. They're not too long. This first one, oh man, that's what she said. Anyways, first one is titled Trump proposes getting rid of FEMA as he visits North Carolina. Like I said, he got to North Carolina, He had a meeting or like a briefing with elected officials. It was formal and all of that. But then he left there to go meet with families that were affected by the hurricanes. And then he gave another press briefer there. So we're going to play these back to back, but that's why it's going to look different. And one, they're all sitting down. It's very formal looking. And in the other instance, you can see in the background, the house is all tattered up and stuff. Everything looks like shit. He's out there with the families that were affected by the hurricanes. So let's get this pulled up really quick.
I'll also be...
Hold on a second, buddy. Let me get these both pulled up. All right. So we're going to get in this first video that is titled, President Trump proposes getting rid of FEMA as he visits North Carolina. Now hit that thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get into this.
I'll also be signing an executive order to begin the process of fundamentally reforming and overhauling FEMA, or maybe getting rid of FEMA. I think, frankly, FEMA is not good. I think when you have a problem like this, I think you want to go and, whether it's a Democrat or Republican governor, you want to use your state to fix it and not waste time calling FEMA. And then FEMA gets here and they don't know the area. They've never been to the area, and they want to give you rules that you've never heard about. They want to bring people that aren't as good as the people you already have. And FEMA's turned out to be a disaster. FEMA has been a very big disappointment. They cost a tremendous amount of money. It's very bureaucratic, and it's very slow. Other than that, we're very happy with them. Okay, and I think when there's a problem with the state, I think that problem should be taken care of by the state. That's what we have states for.
All right, so like I said, President Trump visiting North Carolina there for his more formal meeting that came first, made those statements about FEMA. We've all been feeling kinds of, different kinds of way about FEMA because we've been staying up to date with these individuals that were affected in North Carolina and pretty much all over the East Coast. FEMA ain't been doing anything but causing problems, and we've been wondering, why isn't anybody doing anything about this? Now, we've gotten used to getting that hate bang from the Biden administration, but now that President Trump's in, he's been making changes and stuff. And so, again, in this video, I believe that we're going to capture him talking bad about FEMA again. But in this instance, he's meeting the families that basically been living in tent cities and living in squalor because nobody's helping them out in North Carolina. President Trump making promises to get things fixed. Like I said, hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get into this.
A good man. He's done a great job, fantastic job, and we've come to North Carolina with a simple message for all the people of this region who are hit so hard by Hurricane Helene, and that message is very simple. You are not forgotten any longer. You were treated very badly by the previous administration, and I'm here after a few days of the administration. We're going to California, Los Angeles. They got hit hard, as you know. A lot of that could have been prevented, I think, if they had water, which they had plenty of, but they didn't use it. But I'm going there, and it was set up to go there. They said, well, what about North Carolina? They said, well, what would you? I said, I have to stop there first. I'm stopping in North Carolina. So we made the stop, and I feel very good. You're represented by some great people, great congressmen are with us, and we're going to get involved with them. And Michael Whatley is here, who is the head of the Republican Party. He worked with Laura Trump to take us through to a tremendous victory, one of the, as the media says, one of the most consequential presidential elections ever. They say in 129 years, whatever that may mean. But whatever it is, it was a great election we had, and we won your state. All three times we won your state. And all three primaries we won your state. So we won it 6 times, I guess, Mr. Congressman. And it's a great place. And I wanted to come here. And before I went anywhere, frankly, in the campaign, I promised that I'd come back to Western North Carolina to help the people of the state. And today, here I am to deliver on that promise. And we have a lot of things in mind. And we're getting the Army Corps of Engineers all set. You need your riverbanks fixed. You need a lot of roads fixed. And we're going to get it done in rapid time. And I've asked Susie Wiles and all of my people to start calling up, get the Corps ready, and they're going to get ready to go. I don't know what it is. I don't know what took so long for the other administration. But remember, I wasn't here for the first 4 months or 3 months, whatever it may be. See, we can only start as of essentially 1 or 2 days ago, and we've made a lot of progress over the last couple of days, Michael. I understand we're going to get you the resources you need and the support that you deserve, and we'll be at your side through every step of the rebuilding, and no American is going to be left behind. The people that I just met are so great, and the people that own that house is going to be very beautiful in a little while. And who knows, if Franklin decides, maybe he'll rip it down and build him a new one, because sometimes you can do that just as easily, but we're going to take care of the people. I want to thank our great First Lady for coming today. She really wanted to be here. She said, no, I want to go. And, she sees what happened, and she felt very badly, and she wanted to go. And we're then going out together to Los Angeles, but she wanted to be in North Carolina. She saw what happened. She has a feeling like I do for North Carolina. So thanks as well to a great gentleman, Franklin Graham, and his father, Billy Graham. I used to go with my father to Yankee Stadium and places to watch his father preach. And he was some preacher. Where is you? He was some. You got good stock. You come from the ultimate genes, I can tell you. But he was really something. And Franklin, though, has done so much, and his father's looking down on him right now. I guarantee for a long time he's been looking down on Franklin, saying, I'm very proud of you, son. He really is, because what Franklin's done with Samaritan's Purse is incredible. They told me just yesterday that Samaritan's Purse has been great, but the FEMA people sort of left you high and dry, but we're going to change that around. We're not happy with FEMA.
So that's President Trump there, meeting with the families in North Carolina that were affected by the hurricanes, making promises to get things fixed over there, get the areas put back together. That was a story that we had covered a few weeks ago, that the local government is all ready to move forward, get everything cleaned up, but they're not allowed to because federal government needs to be there to check boxes and do all that, allow them to move forward. There's waste in the streets and stuff like that that needs to be dealt with by procedure, and with all of that has a lot of red tape, and without the federal government there, they haven't been able to move forward. And that's not including the fact that these people are living in tents, or they're trying to stay in hotels away from where their house was, and all these other inconveniences. Samaritan's Purse has been given a lot of credit as far as help coming to those individuals and all of that. So now that President Trump is back in the White House, he's apparently going to cause change over there. He's going to get the cities put back together, the roadways. He's going to help the people out. We just covered a story a couple days ago about how FEMA is starting to help people who are living in tents get into apartments and a little bit more permanent situations while all the structures get put back together. So thank God we got President Trump in office. Otherwise, these people in North Carolina, they'd be just left out in the cold to die. It's not really a speculation. That's what's been going on all the way until old man Walter left. So it's good to see that North Carolina is not forgotten and that they're finally getting the help that they need. Next up, Trump en route to Los Angeles to survey the Palisades fire damage. Like I said, President Trump is probably in Los Angeles right now. I'm going to try and capture him live if he goes live there, but that's, like I've been saying this whole live, it's hard to tell when he's going live or not going live. There's no information out there. So we're going to cover this video, that way we know what he's doing in Los Angeles, and then I'm also going to try and figure out if he goes live, and we'll try and watch it live. But if we miss it, at least we'll know what he's doing in LA. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump talking about getting rid of FEMA, as well as his visit with the individuals that were affected by the hurricanes. Guess I kind of feel sorry for Trump. So much shit to clean up, no rest. Yeah, I think he likes going. I think he likes having a large workload like that. That's just my opinion. You know, when he was doing 3-4 rallies a day, we were getting tired, and he didn't seem like he was getting tired. So I think he likes having a laundry list to tackle. Probably makes him feel like he's, serving his purpose and stuff, but he's got to get tired at some point. I just haven't seen it yet. Zero, replace FEMA with Samaritan's Purse. He could, but then I feel like things would be getting corrupt if they were getting checks from the government and they weren't getting donations from believers and stuff like that. That's usually how corruption happens. But without it being an official thing, Samaritan's Purse has been stepping up for all these people. So bless those guys out there. Russell, President Trump is doing right to North Carolina. It's about time. I agree, Russell. Thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. Zero, delete FEMA. Yep. Sounds like Doge needs to cut those costs. Thank you so much, Whistler's wife, for that $20 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Whistler's wife. It says, Bob Ritchie from Romeo, Michigan, better known as Kid Rock, for governor of Michigan. That'd be crazy, Whistler's wife. It'd be better in Whitmer. Just about anybody would be better in Whitmer. But man, having Kid Rock, that'd be something else. Thank you for the support, Whistler's wife. Josh 1776, what's the Doge counter today? Do you remember what it was the day we checked it? Because I've been wondering, and I wanted to double check on it, but I couldn't remember what it was. I'll pull it up really quick. We'll see what the national debt is. Wham. Okay, so says Doge is at 15,855,000,000 and counting. But I don't remember what it was when we checked it yesterday, or day before, or whatever. Either way, yeah, here's the whole deal. I'll drop this link in the chat if you want to check it out over on Rumble as well as on the website. And that way you can go see what all the little boxes are on there. It's too much numbers for me. I got to deal with numbers all damn day. I'll leave it to you hooligans to check on the debt clock. Josh, you thought it was 10 billion? So they've saved us 5 billion in the last 24 hours or so? Rappy, I heard it's good to stay active, especially when you get older. Yeah, that's I guess what I understand as well. I've heard that a lot. That's why they have the retirement age so late in your life. You retire, nobody needs you anymore. You don't serve a purpose anymore, so you just sit at home and die. My grandpa used to tell me the faster you stand still, the faster you die. And so you have to always be moving. You have to always be going. Create purpose in your life. Because without that demand pulling you out of bed every day, you just wither away. Josh 1776, what was the show that renovated houses? That's how North Carolina is about to be because of President Trump. I remember what you're talking about, but I can't remember what it's called. I know what you're talking about, though. Somebody in the chat will know what it is. I haven't thought about that in a long time. But I'm glad those people in North Carolina are finally getting help. I am so sick of covering follow-up stories with North Carolina where we have to go over and over and over again about how FEMA is letting those people down. What's up, Dudden? Happy freedom. What's up, AR16? Happy freedom to you. Non-woke, President Trump is a builder, Biden is a destroyer. Yeah, it's true. I wonder what old man Shit Your Pants is doing. I saw that Hyena Harris and her uppercut of a boyfriend, or her husband, excuse me, that's Jill Handler's boyfriend, but it's actually Harris's husband. They're out there buying groceries like regular people. I wonder how they like paying full price for groceries. Old man Walter, I ain't seen him since he flew away. He just took off, never seen him again. Kevin, there's 80-something-year-old fishermen still hauling lobster traps by hand. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Zero, click the secret window. You told me that yesterday and I forgot. I'll do it after the live. What's up, Cassie J? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Viola? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Pika? Happy freedom to you. I'm Janet. Move that bus. Yes, extreme home makeover. Yes, I'm Janet. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Extreme home makeover. I knew one of you guys would know. What's up, DeMarquise? Happy freedom to you. I don't know why all of you guys are on the damn commie platform. Extra bill. Also look for the deportation counter if you ever find one. I can't remember if it was Newsmax or Fox. I think it's Newsmax. One of them is keeping a counter of deportations. I don't know how they're accurately going to have those numbers. It would be nice if there was a federal counter, just like the debt clock, but we'll see if we can find one. What's up, Shane? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Skulls? Happy freedom to you. ACB, happy freedom. The left has been canceled bigly. Yeah, and they're crying their little eyes out. I don't know what that says, Crystal Blue. I'm Janet. Rumble's messed up for you? What's wrong with your Rumble? Oh, the video freezes. Do you have the app? I've never had a good experience with the app, and I'm sure Rumble doesn't want me telling people not to get the app. I've had the best experience I've had with Rumble is just using the browser. Whether I'm on a computer or I'm on my phone, I'll just open Brave browser. You guys, if you have it, then that's the way to go. Otherwise, Chrome or Mozilla or whatever you use, and go to Rumble that way. And I've never had a problem with the videos freezing using a browser, but the app has all kinds of problems. This badass hair juicer. Happy freedom to you. I hope your date tonight kicks ass. What's up, Trapper? Happy freedom. Matthew. Where's Klaus? He late? Yeah, he is late. Josh 1776. The app is mid at best. If you click out of the stream, you have to rewatch ads, even if you're only gone for 2 seconds. Yeah, I think they're going to start changing the ads. I've seen Rumble Rick talking about them. I think that they're hearing everyone out. There's too much ads. The ads are too intrusive. They're too long. There's too much. There's too often. If you get Rumble Premium, you pay for the monthly thing, then you don't have to watch the ads. But I think even without paying for it, they're going to do something about that. They're going to stop being so intrusive about the ads. Of course, if you come over to jeffmaclive.com, we ain't got no ads over there. You ain't got to worry about that stuff. Either way, we're going to go ahead and move forward here. Like I said, this next video here is Trump en route to Los Angeles to survey Palisades fire damage.
President.
I'm going to get this other video pulled up. There's a live link that I have so I can monitor it, and that way, if President Trump does decide to go live while in Los Angeles, hopefully we can cover it. Come on, goofy ass YouTube. Sitting here buffering and stuff. There we go. I'm going to pull this over here. And that way, like I said, if President Trump does decide to go live from California, I'll pull the live up. But I don't know that that is going to happen. Like I said, tracking President Trump's lives is a guessing game at this point. So this video is going to describe to us, why is he in Los Angeles? What is he going to do while he's there? What's the point of all of this? And then that way we'll at least know, why did he go to LA today? Again, after we watch this video, because I'm not expecting President Trump to potentially go live for another hour, but I have this live pulled up. If he does decide to go live, we'll just throw it on the screen regardless of what we're doing. But we're going to go ahead and get into this. Once again, this is titled... Where are we at? Trump en route to Los Angeles to survey Palisades fire damage. Now hit that thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the CommieTube, and let's get this rolling.
Trump departed North Carolina, where he was touring hurricane-damaged areas, on his way here to tour areas damaged by wildfires. Governor Newsom plans to greet him when he lands, but the two leaders rarely see eye to eye.
Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda joins us live from the Pacific Palisades and joins us now with this. Carlos.
Well, that's right. President Trump is going to be here this afternoon, and he's going to tour some of the area, like you see behind me here in the Palisades, that was damaged by these wildfires. Now, as you said, he is coming here after he visits North Carolina, which is still recovering after getting hit by Hurricane Helene back in September. Now, according to his schedule, he will first do an aerial tour of the damage here and then get on the ground in Pacific Palisades. He's going to meet with several residents, also some LA City fire officials. Then there's going to be a briefing and a roundtable at a fire station, and that's going to include LA Mayor Karen Bass, County Supervisor Catherine Barger, and other elected officials.
We're going to then go to Los Angeles and take a look at a fire that could have been put out if they let the water flow, but they didn't let the water flow, and they still haven't for whatever reason. So I think we're going to have a very interesting time.
I'm grateful, though, that he took our invitation to heart. I look forward to being there on the tarmac to thank the president, welcome him, and we're making sure that all the resources he needs for a successful briefing are provided to him.
And the president will be here for only a few hours. He then moves on to Las Vegas. Reporting live from Pacific Palisades, I'm Carlos Granda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great.
So like I said, I don't know if we're going to see President Trump live in Los Angeles or Las Vegas, if that's where he's going to be. I have no idea. There's no way to tell. Like I said, I do have President Trump's public schedule. Let me find it really quick. This is what it looks like. And it's like play by play from 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. It tells you the whole schedule, but all of these events for press says out of town pool. And at the very first one, 9 a.m., there was open press. So all of this is kind of saying he's not going live. But he has. He's been live twice already today. And like I said, he may go live again. I'm not expecting him to go live until about 6 o'clock. It says 5:40 here. It did say 6 o'clock. Now it says 5:40. President departs Los Angeles International Airport en route landing zone. And then after that, the president tours the Pacific Palisades neighborhood affected by the fire. That's at 6:25. So right after that, it says the president receives a briefing on the Los Angeles fires. So I imagine between 6:25 and 7:05 would be the time that he would go live if he's going live. But that's the whole deal, is I have no idea if he's going live. There's no way to tell. So I do have a live pulled up here with Right Side Broadcasting. They kind of seem in the same boat as me. They're covering whatever is going to happen. So got this pulled up. If President Trump goes live from Los Angeles or Las Vegas and we're still live, then we're going to put him on the screen. That's the plan. Either way, next up, Trump speaks about his decision to end Dr. Fauci's federal security detail. Now, he kind of downplays this situation, but like I had said in the beginning, the very next video after this is Trump's administration halts federal advisory meetings, including for the NIH. Now, the NIH is ran by Fauci's wife, at least the part that connects with the WHO and all of that. That's why Fauci and his wife were doing some dirty ass shit, because they're both connected to both these groups, right? The WHO and the NIH, who was controlling all of us during the lockdowns. And so, like I said, President Trump, he tries to downplay this security detail being taken away from Fauci. The very next video is saying not only that, but they're cutting ties with the NIH. In that video, they claim that pause with the NIH is only temporary and short term, but we'll see. Either way, all of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what your hooligans think about President Trump being in LA. Snooks, Newscomb is going to be kissing ass. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. He acts like he wants to try and make President Trump look foolish, but man, that's something that is hard to accomplish. Russell, Newsom is such a piece of shit. Oh, I totally agree. Matt Rogers, I hope Trump roasts Newscomb to his face. I hope so too. Like I said, if they go live, we're going to try and show it. If for some reason we miss it, we'll show it tomorrow on the live. What is today? Oh, it's Freedom Friday. So just keep in mind, tomorrow when we go live, it is Free Speech Saturday. So that means there's no YouTube, no Twitch, no soft-ass platforms. We will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X. So if you want to watch tomorrow's Free Speech Saturday's Coffee with Hooligans, just know we ain't going to be live on those soft platforms over on YouTube and Twitch. Zero. Fire insurance is now being canceled in Arizona. They're planning on burning them too. Sounds like it, Zero. Because, yeah, they, I guess fire insurance was canceled in California, or at least in Los Angeles, about a month before the fires happened. So if they're canceling fire insurance in Arizona, I wonder what February is going to look like. Non-woke Smokey the Bear pointed his finger at Newsom. Yeah. Wilster's wife, I was a superintendent on the Corps of Engineers sewer project on Homestead AFB. We were the contractors who did the work. The engineer wasn't the brightest bulb. Yeah, I've heard stories like that, Wilster's wife. What's up, Metal Mouth? Happy freedom to you. Josh 1776, I wonder if Flint and Sanford will get any assistance now that Trump is back. It's hard to say, Josh 1776. They don't talk about Michigan's problems. Not at all. The west side of Michigan has lead in their pipes too. Buchanan tested positive for having lead in the water. They haven't done anything about that. They don't even talk about it on the news, let alone lift a finger to fix it. I don't know. Until all of us got lead poisoning, they're just kind of keeping Michigan under the rug. A little Irish. I would love for Trump to say, "You're fired." I know, it would be awesome. Kevin, keep drinking that pop. You're going to get a hole in your gut. I don't drink pop, Kevin. That's coffee. The only time I drink pop is when I have alcohol in it. But I haven't drank alcohol since like October. What's up, Hugging? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Shroomish? Happy freedom to you. If Trump wanted to stick it to Obama, prove his incompetence, he'd get Flint clean water. It would be quite the accomplishment if he could get clean water to Flint. Viola was around when we looked yesterday, 12,261,000,000. So about 3 billion has been saved by Doge since yesterday. That's still a lot of money. What's up, Killer J? Happy freedom to you. Rich, I'll get you the link to Kick if I can find it. Actually, it's in the link tree. Oh, Snooks already posted it. Never mind. Thank you, Snooks. Killer J, isn't there a bigger fire going on right now in California than the Palisades fire? I heard that there's another fire over there, but I didn't even lift a finger to go look at it. I should have, but California's always on fire, so it didn't really feel like breaking news. But yeah, I should actually figure out what the fire is like in California currently, because I did hear that there is another one. The Marquis already saving our money. I know. President Trump, he kicks ass. Isaiah, do you know if Grand Rapids has lead in the water? I haven't heard anything about Grand Rapids having a problem with the water. It all seems to be cities that are on the edge, like near the lake. Anywhere where they're on the edge of the state seems that they're having lead problems. I haven't heard anything bad about Grand Rapids, though. What's up, Vinny? Happy freedom to you. Shane, San Diego's on fire right now. See, everyone's like, Sodom and Gomorrah. Everyone's been saying that. It's terrible. It's just terrible. What's up, Echo? Happy freedom to you. Echo, but Newsom turns yellow belly when the Don arrives, probably about to shart. Oh, you know it. You know it. Here, Juicer. I don't know if I could. It's not Saturday. We're just going to have to save that goodness for the website. I'm not going to read that out loud. Russell, yeah, I'll be a part of voice chat tonight. It's going to start right after the live. We've been starting later, and then I'm always late on top of everything else. So I don't even know when the voice chat's going to start. Technically, it should start in 51 minutes, but I know that's not going to happen. So right after the live is when the voice chat will start. If you hooligans don't have a membership for jeffmaclive.com, well, you need to go get yourself one. That way you can join us in the voice chat, because it is a lot of fun. Josh 1776, it's because they gave the rights to all the clean water to Nestle and Dow. Yeah, that is true. I don't know why we did all of that. Because Whitmer sucks, I guess. Like I said, we're going to move forward to this next video. It's titled, Trump Speaks About His Decision to End Dr. Fauci's Federal Security Detail. Now again, he's going to kind of downplay it in this video. But if you pair this up to the next video talking about the NIH, it kind of seems like it's all moving in the same direction. Either way, make sure you hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get this rolling.
Mr. President, the security detail for Anthony Fauci was terminated last night, and I'm wondering if you have any comment on that.
About what?
The security detail for Anthony Fauci was terminated last night, sir. Do you have a comment?
No, I think, when you work for government, at some point your security detail comes off. And, you can't have them forever. So I think it's very standard. If it would be for somebody else, you wouldn't be asking the question. The question is very fair. But, you work for government. We took some off, other people too. But you can't have a security detail for the rest of your life because you work for government.
Is this for it to be taken off, sir?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Would you feel partially responsible if something were to happen to, say, Dr. Fauci or John Bolton?
No. They all made a lot of money. They can hire their own security, too. All the people you're talking about, they can go out. I can give them some good numbers of very good security people. They can hire their own security. They all made a lot of money. Fauci made a lot of money. They all did. So if they, felt that strongly, I think that certainly I would not take responsibility.
Well, President Trump responding to reporters about taking away Anthony Fauci's federal security detail. Like I said, kind of downplaying it, but this very next video is titled, Trump administration halts federal advisory meetings, including for the NIH, which is a direct connection to Fauci. So like I said, it seems like we're moving in a direction here, even though President Trump acts like, it's just common procedure to remove his security detail. He also heavily emphasized that Fauci made a lot of money doing what he did with the government. And he didn't say it in a nice way. He was just like, oh, he made money. He can go get his own security. He don't need us to do it. And so, like I said, there's a kind of tone here that I feel like I'm picking up on. Either way, like I said, this next video is titled, Trump administration halts federal advisory meetings, including for the NIH. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump ending Fauci's security detail. But before we do, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. We're going to read through the chat and we'll get on to this next video about how President Trump is breaking away from the NIH. Yes, you crack me up. Holy. Russell, I want security detail. Me too. I'm tired of carrying my own guns. It's bullshit. Here, buddy, carry this for me. I wish it was that easy. Snooks, I still don't get why Fauci had protection. He could pay for his own. Yeah, it makes me wonder, does everybody that work for the government get detail? I mean, I understand elected officials do, but everybody gets it? Matt Rogers, now ship Fauci to Russia. I hear Putin wants him. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised. Zero, Trump has stopped many people's coverage. Yep. All that, it's a waste of money. have all these people protected for what? Ghostly, man, this isn't fair. Time has been flying since Trump is in office. This first week has been crazy. I agree, Ghostly. I can't believe we were just covering the inauguration on Monday. Now here we are on Friday, and it's like just nonstop Trump stories. He is moving quickly and getting stuff done. Sage Pub, Fauci is so corrupt. That's why Biden pardoned him. Absolutely. Pumpkin, Fauci got death threats. I bet he's still getting death threats. Especially now that he's getting brought back up in the news. Wilster's wife, we need to keep Saab and the bomb factory out of Michigan and Grayling. I haven't heard anything about Saab. It sounds like the battery factory is not going to end up being built. There's a lot of people standing against it. It seemed that they were going to be coming here even though all the local yokels didn't want them. But now they're saying that they're not even, their offer for the property that they were going to purchase, that Chinese company, they're not approved anymore. Something happened and now the state is like withdrawing from the deal. So it sounds like the battery factory is not going to end up being here, but I don't know yet. It's hard to say. Whitmer, she's for all of that stuff. She's been sticking us with red flag laws and making deals with China and everything else. She goes on there. She looks like the Joker with her red lipstick. I don't know. She needs to go sit down somewhere. Hugging. Fauci probably gets a royalty from every death listed from the plague. I wouldn't be surprised. What's up, DCat? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Higgy James? Happy freedom. What's up, Interdimensional? He's rich enough to hire his own security anyway. Yeah. Killer J, the Hughes fire is what I'm finding. What is Hughes? Is that a place in Cali? Lake Hughes. Let me see. I typed in California fire and now everything's just like, President Trump is coming to personally put the fires out in California. That's what the news looks like. President Trump, also known as Captain Planet, showing up to save the day. You're damn right. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky Chops, what do you order when you go to Taco Bell? I've been getting those, them dipping burritos or whatever, the special they got right now. You get 2 cheesy dipping burritos for $5. Me and WMM went to Taco Bell Sunday, maybe? I don't know. Sometime in the last couple days. And I ate 7 burritos. I ate 3 orders of those, the double dipper burritos. And then I got a rice and bean burrito. 7 burritos in, I was hardly able to walk. I was looking pregnant. I had back labor later that day, so it was rough. But I'm telling you, for $5, man, that's a deal. That's a deal. I'm Janet. I didn't care for them. I got the steak ones, and I got the jalapeno cheddar sauce or whatever that they put on the fajitas. I got that sauce. They don't offer it. They offer you 3 other flavors or 2 other flavors, but if you tell them you want the cheese sauce from the fajitas, that's the way to go. And then I threw some Diable in the sauce and stirred it up. That's the way to go. Nah, don't do that here, Juicer. Don't go over to Rumble and start doing that shit. Stoner, Air Force One dropping water and frozen poo on the fires. No, they're not putting out the fires with blue ice. Man, that was a crazy story that we covered, though. DeMarquise, Prego Mac. I'm telling you, I was in flip-flops and leaning back. I was doing all this shit on the way to the bathroom. I cried that night. Anyways. Stupid. Anyways. Moving forward here. This next one's titled, Trump Administration Halts Federal Advisory Meetings, including the NIH. Let's get this pulled up really quick. Again, seems like we're moving in a direction here. President Trump downplaying removing security detail from Anthony Fauci. Now we're breaking ties with the NIH. In this video, they try to say this is only a temporary thing. Time will tell. Hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get this rolling.
Now, the Trump administration has also abruptly halted all federal advisory committee meetings. Now, some of those meetings are sessions where grant proposals for medical research are peer reviewed. Those highly reviewed proposals then go to the National Institutes of Health to try to get funding. Now, that process takes quite a while, several months usually, so a small lapse shouldn't greatly impact that pipeline. But a Health and Human Services spokesperson said it's only a, quote, short pause to set up a new review process.
All right, nice little short video there. But either way, they say, oh, it's only a short pause. Well, what good does the NIH do us? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Next up, we have ICE raid in Newark, New Jersey. What happened at Ocean Seafood Depot? Like I said, in this video, they're kind of talking about ICE in a negative way. And they're saying that ICE is overstepping their boundaries and trampling people's rights and all this stuff, which I don't want to see, right? I don't want to see the government, an authority of the government, trampling people's rights. Obviously, ICE is trying to roll out this mass deportation that President Trump's been talking about for over a year at this point. And it seems like they're doing their job, but these people, they're all mad about it. And there's some bias in this story is what I'm trying to say. Either way, it's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans think about the Trump administration cutting ties with the NIH that's supposedly just temporary and short term. Russell, you top out at 3 burritos? Ah, come on, man. I should be in like a Taco Bell eating competition. I can put it down. I don't know. I eat like a cow. I could eat a whole cow. Russell, if I lived in the White House, I would want a goose. Wait a minute. I would want to go goose hunting on the South Lawn. Well, I mean, if you're in the White House, you could probably do whatever you want. They had a dude with tits out on the White House lawn. If they can do that, I think you can get some duck hunting in. I don't know if the mayor of D.C. is scared of guns. Probably. I'll support it, Russell. You get in the White House, we'll support you duck hunting on the South Lawn there. Or goose hunting, I mean. 10 days of no meetings at those evil agencies. I wonder how things will go after the 10 days. Metal Mouth, they're butthurt, that's all. Yeah, and you'll see, it's like 3 stories I got back to back of people crying about ICE, like they didn't know this mass deportation was coming. DCAT, I'm just glad to see America's getting back to common sense every day. Seems like we're winning. I agree, DCAT. It is nice. It is refreshing to see things starting to make sense once again. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you. Metal Mouth, NIH hasn't done anyone any good. I totally agree. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom to you. Stoner, I missed the chili cheese burrito. None of the Taco Bells around here carry them. I missed the chicken Verde burritos. They were so good, and they took them away from us. I'll never forgive them for it. Either way. Libby Racer Shapeshifters work at my local Taco Bell. They worked at the Ludington Taco Bell for a while, but we kept giving them shit, and I noticed that Mr. He-She don't live there anymore, or doesn't work there anymore. Sage Pup, NIH is ran by Big Pharma and the drug companies. Yeah. Leaking. Don't deport the Taco Bell workers. Nah, those are all drug addicts. At least that's how it is in Ludington. All the drug addicts, criminals, people who just got out of jail, people who ain't worth shit to work anywhere else, they all end up at Taco Bell. When I was in high school, all the shitheads in my school all worked at Taco Bell because they just weren't welcome anywhere else. So probably won't see any deportations at a Taco Bell. Maybe in El Rancho or something like that, but not a Taco Bell. What's up, C1? Happy freedom to you. Leaking. Trump is increasing income taxes for everyone making less than $300,000. Well, that's a cool story. Rad. McDonald's. That's all the shitheads in your town work at McDonald's. Yeah, I could see that. Shane, usually high school kids. Yeah. Oh, Cheeky Chaps, why you gotta say that? Hey, thank you for being here. I'm Janet. Be safe out there. D. No more NIH. Fauci needs to go to jail. Gain of function research. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Marquis, they all work at Wendy's where you are. Yeah, I haven't been to a Wendy's in so long. D. My niece and her husband live in Ludington. Well, I hope they like it there. Some people like it. Other people don't. It depends. It's like an age thing. If you're young, a lot of people don't like it there because there isn't a lot to do, especially in the winter. And that's usually where all the crime comes from, is young people being bored. That's also where the drug addicts come from. Just being bored, and next thing you know, they're smoking meth and stuff. But older people seem to like Ludington. Here, Juicer, I did a burrito challenge. It was supposed to be 6 pounds. I failed halfway, but I took the leftovers home, and it was more than 6 pounds. I was so pissed. Dang, Here, Juicer. I want to participate in a competition like that. Sage Pop, bring back the Bell Beefer. That sounds explicit. That sounds like a stage name. They call me the Bell Beefer. Did somebody order a pizza? Stupid. I don't know why I sound like Duke Nukem when I was doing that. Viola, I miss Wingstop had Thigh Stop. The chicken thighs were pretty good. Nice change from the wings. I've never heard of either of those places. It sounds good, though. I love chicken, but I hate making it. Shane, a 6-pound poop? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, too. John, House of Flavors every night? Yeah, House of Flavors is good. I like going there and getting breakfast. Cheeky Chops, Pete Hegseth is getting voted on for DOD sec tonight. That's what I heard. I heard that Pete Hegseth is going to get confirmed today. They keep crying loudly about people voting against him and stuff, but President Trump seems very confident that Pete Hegseth is going to make it. And so if we're not live by the time he gets confirmed, I'm sure it'll be a part of tomorrow's live. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, in this next video, it's titled ICE Raid in Newark, New Jersey. What happened at Ocean Seafood Depot? Now, in this video, they're going to say that they pulled 8 people to interview them for their legal status. 3 of them could not prove that they were from here, and everyone's really mad at ICE, and they're just terrible people and all this stuff. Now, they are kind of claiming that ICE is overstepping and potentially infringing on people's rights, which, again, I don't want to see authority or government overreach in any fashion, but I do want to see mass deportations. So don't get me wrong on this stuff. Now, before we get into before we get into this next video, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you would like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this pulled up. This is the first of, I think, 3 stories. We got 3 stories back to back about how ICE is really mean. Now, once again, this is titled ICE Raid in Newark, New Jersey. What happened at the Ocean Seafood Depot?
Trump administration promised mass deportations, and while we haven't seen that yet, we are seeing a larger crackdown on illegal immigration, including a raid at the Ocean Seafood Depot in Newark. That's where several people were taken into custody. Let's get right to Good Day's Briella Tomasetti. She is live outside that fish market with more. Briella, good morning.
Good morning, Deshani. A lot of people wondering what exactly happened here, and Mayor Ras Baraka plans to update the public later this morning. Immigration advocates and local elected officials will be among those in attendance. Baraka said this was a warrantless raid that violated the Fourth Amendment. Immigration advocates in Newark allege that federal agents descended on Ocean Seafood Depot here on Adams Street at around 11:30 yesterday morning without a warrant and demanded to see workers' documents. Officials initially rounded up a total of 8 people, 4 women, all of whom were mothers, and 4 men. According to Rafa.
Really quick, I just want to say, they pulled 8 people, 4 of them were mothers, or 4 of them were women who were mothers, and then there was 4 men. Was the 4 men fathers, or we just don't give a fuck about fathers? Just something I thought when I was watching this.
Rafael Chavez with New Labor, a New Jersey-based organization that represents immigrant workers. All 4 women showed their IDs. He says ICE agents took their fingerprints and gave them slips to appear in court next month. 3 of the men allegedly had no documentation and were detained. The 4th was an American citizen and released. Chavez giving us his account of what happened.
7 members of ICE come out, and I see they went to different cars, and it just look like a regular cars. We need to educate also the managers or the owners of the small business how can defend their workers in the workplace.
Mayor Ras Baraka put out a statement in response to the raid, saying U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents raided a local establishment in the city of Newark, detaining undocumented residents as well as citizens without producing a warrant. One of the detainees is a U.S. military veteran who suffered the indignity of having the legitimacy of his military documentation questioned. When it comes to the promise of mass deportations, President Trump says he'll focus on violent criminals first, like sex offenders, gang members, and drug cartels. But Borders Czar Tom Homan stressed that anyone living here illegally could very well get a visit from federal agents. ICE released an update yesterday saying that so far the Trump administration has arrested 538 illegal migrants and issued 373 detainers. Raids were reportedly carried out in several states, including Denver, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Seattle, and Miami. One dramatic scene played out in Boston, where federal agents took several wanted people into custody, including an MS-13 gang member. Now, there's no word yet from officials as to why these people here in Newark were detained. Again, we're hoping to learn more details later this morning. It has outraged the community here in Newark, and New Jersey Senators Cory Booker and Andy Kim released a joint statement denouncing the raid and saying that there should be solutions, not fear tactics. For now, we're live here, though, in Newark, New Jersey. Deshani, back to you.
Briella, thank you.
So what do you hooligans think about this situation? Now, maybe they should have had warrants. Maybe they had warrants and they didn't provide them like they should have. But it still resulted in arresting 3 potentially illegal individuals. They had no form of identification and they were taken into custody. So all I can assume is they're illegals. Okay, so what they did resulted in an arrest, 3 arrests of illegals. Well, what's wrong with that? I think the bigger problem is we have businesses here employing illegals. That sounds like the problem. And then the business owners crying about them coming in and questioning their employees. Well, of course you're butthurt about it. You're hiring illegals, you piece of shit. So I don't know what to say about that. They just sound like they're crying that ICE is really mean. Oh, they really mean. They're just hiring, or they're just arresting your illegals you're hiring. I don't know. I don't want to see government overreach. I don't want to see an abuse of power. But I do want to see mass deportations. I want to see these illegals being held accountable for their actions, whether they just came here illegally and they get deported, or they came here illegally and they started hurting Americans and they're getting punished for it. Either way, I want accountability, but not government overreach. Now, this whole not having a warrant thing, does sound like government overreach. Having arrests made and deportations begin does sound like a win. So I'm a little divided on the story, but, like I pointed out, they pulled 4 women who were mothers. Oh, they were mothers? Oh, what about the dudes? Fuck fathers all day? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought, because it doesn't matter. It's all about crying. Cry really hard about ICE. And that's how they were doing it. They're out there spinning. Oh, these mothers, they were brought out into the cold and questioned. And then their illegal boyfriends they were banging, they're getting deported and fuck ICE. Oh, okay. That's a great story. Anyways, we got more resisting of ICE. This next story is titled, Maine School District Offer Guidance Amidst Real Fear of Immigration Sweeps. Again, more resisting to ICE. Poor me. Got to keep the illegals here. Blah, blah, blah. It's all coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this situation that happened at the fish market. Happy Freedom, Larry. Thank you for joining us on the website. Snooks, you're right. Why did they say mothers? Yeah. Because they want you to feel really sorry for those people. Zero, there's going to be years of people screaming and crying about this. Yeah, and the last I heard, there's 22 states that are suing President Trump for the end of birthright citizenship. Now, I don't know what all that's going to have to go through before that's the real deal. But like I said, almost half of the country right now is resisting that birthright citizenship being ended. I don't know if it's got to go through the Supreme Court or what has to happen. But as far as I know, that's not exactly in effect right this second. And the 22 states that are suing President Trump, that number could always increase. So somebody's going to have to do something with that. And people are also crying about that. But yeah, now that the mass deportations have started, people are crying their little eyes out. Ghostly Civil War? I don't think so. Pumpkin, they're not supposed to be here. Yeah. That's why I don't understand people crying about it. They're not supposed to be here. I mean, I've been saying this for a year, but if somebody just walked through your front door and just sat down on the couch and you had no idea who they were, you're supposed to just welcome them in? You're supposed to just be okay with that? I don't think anybody would be okay with that. So I don't understand when these lefties out here are like, oh, we need to let them stay. Well, you wouldn't let them stay in your living room. So why do we need to let them stay? It doesn't make any sense. It seems like everybody's on the same page. The left just doesn't want to admit it. AR-16, they have human rights, but not citizen rights. Yeah, you're correct. AR-16. I was corrected a few months ago or whatever. I didn't think they had any rights being here, but they do have human rights. They just don't have American citizen rights. What's up, Kung Fu? Happy Freedom. Viola, there are wing stops in Michigan. Maybe you can find one someday when it's warmer and you're out exploring. I'll definitely look around for a Viola. There's a couple big cities near me, and they probably have wing stops and stuff like that. And I hate cooking chicken, but I love eating it, so I definitely want to see if there's one near me. What's up, Lisa? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, XB? Happy Freedom to you. DeMarquise Burrito writes, that's what the leftists will be saying. Taco Bell takes those burritos off the menus. They're going to be like, whose streets? Taco Bell streets. Proud Patriot Girly, all these liberal tears are awesome. I agree. Oh no, what is happening to the internet right now? Come on, don't do this shit. Something weird is happening. What's up, Tyrone? Happy freedom to you. Liberty Sweetheart, gotta give me one of those shirts. What shirt? What's up, everything? Happy freedom to you. Everything. If they're illegals, then they don't have the rights American citizens have, or at least they shouldn't. Yeah, they don't have the same rights. They have certain rights, like humane rights. They have certain rights, but no, they don't have all the rights that we have, whether they're standing on our soil or not. Oh, Liberty Sweetheart, our Hooligan 2A shirts. Yeah, this is one of my favorite designs. It's at the merch store. Just type in, when you go to the merch store, click on the search icon. I think it's in the top left or top right corner, depending on what kind of device you're on. And then just type in 2A. And then this design should pop up. There might be 2 or 3 designs at this point. This was our first Hooligan 2A design. I think we have another one. It's called 2A All Day. Yes. Keeping my eyes on this live over here just in case President Trump decides to pop up with a live. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. Zero, slap them frames back into line. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. A UFO flew over or something like that, but seems to be good now. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad. It says, happy freedom, hooligans. Happy freedom to you. Snooks, where's Bobby? I think I saw Bobby in the chat earlier. Shane, you just can't torture them and stuff. Yeah, Shane. That's about the extent of their rights. Yeah. You hooligans crack me up. All right, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, we got a couple more stories about them crying about ICE being really mean. This next one's titled, Maine School Districts Offer Guidance Amidst Real Fear of Immigration Sweeps.
President Trump.
All right, one more video about the mean ICE people. Hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube. And let's get into this story.
President Trump's new executive order is coming under scrutiny from the public, including one that now allows authorities to take immigration enforcement actions in places that were once considered largely off limits, including churches and schools. Here in Maine, the superintendent of Brunswick Schools sent a letter to parents telling them what the district can do and cannot do if immigration officials enter a school. The letter says officials cannot enter without a valid warrant. The school will cooperate however they can within the law, and schools cannot give out student information without a warrant or permission from parents or guardian. Superintendent Phil Potenziano says that he does not know of an impending action by ICE or any customs in the area. He goes on to say that as a school, they will adhere to all state and federal laws and policies while also making sure that schools remain safe, inclusive, and supportive. And in Lewiston, a similar notice with directives about what to do if an ICE official comes to school was shared with administrators. Resources were made available on the announcements page of the district's website. They remind parents to update their emergency contact list in case the primary caregiver can't be reached. Superintendent Jake Langlis notes that the district has not received any information about ICE operations happening in Lewiston at the moment, and the Department of Homeland Security has said that their focus at this time will be on criminals.
Okay, so they make statements that sound good on the surface, right? They're willing to comply, they're respecting state and federal laws, and yada yada yada, but then they turn around and say they're going to make sure that the school remains safe and inclusive and all this other nonsense that has nothing to do with deportations. And oh my goodness, Cass, that's hilarious. And again, they're just crying about ICE doing their job. Now, I don't want to see government overreach for like the third time, right? I don't want to see them breaking the law and trampling the rights of Americans. But I do want to see them doing their job. So these schools are getting all gassed up, fear-mongering their students, telling their kids, oh my God, even though you were born here, little Timmy, you're getting deported, and all this other stupid shit. They're creating fear in their own school. This isn't by President Trump. If the schools didn't bring it up, the kids wouldn't even know what deportation is. They wouldn't think anything about it. I remember being in high school and not even know what the hell deportation was. I wouldn't be worried about that stupid shit, but the schools want them to be worried about it, because if they make them worry about it, it'll cause problems. If there's problems in the school, they can blame President Trump for it. And of course, they'll take no accountability for their actions during all this time. So again, ICE is really, really mean out here doing their job. We got one more story just like this. Now, that last school was in Maine. This school is in Southern California. It's titled SoCal Schools Issue Red Cards to Protect Immigrant Students. Now, that's a pretty bold statement. These little red cards, they just list your rights and what you should do if you have to talk to ICE. Now, I don't know exactly what the cards say. Maybe they're giving good advice. Maybe they're giving bad advice. Either way, it's just another story where the school is fear-mongering their own students so they can turn around and blame President Trump like he's the boogeyman. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about what they're doing in this school out in Maine. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Russell, it's indoctrination. Yeah, they're causing the problem and then blaming President Trump for it. Matt, that tells me that they know that they have illegals there. Yeah, Matt, and that is absolutely what it sounds like. Russell, deport them as a family unit. I mean, it's better than breaking up the family. Here, Juicer, we should print different, better looking cards with bad advice. I don't know. I think it could be good advice. You just tell them just leave on your own. Leave before ICE gets you. That's what it should be. Pumpkin, the hooligan Santa. Yeah, I'm so glad we were able to grab that before Rumble took the Santa down. And thanks to Alistair, he added the hooligan logo on it on the Santa booty there. So it's good stuff. I love hooligan Santa as well. Non-woke, welcome to the next 4 years of winning. Can't wait. President Trump says we're going to be sick of winning. I ain't sick of it yet, I'll tell you that. Pumpkin, their schools are making the kids victims. Yeah. I think so too. Pumpkin, you haven't seen Bobby? Maybe I was thinking of yesterday's chat. I assume he'll pop up. If we don't see him by tomorrow, we'll put out the search team. Stick his face on a milk carton. We'll get it figured out. Ghostly, Trump's under your bed at night waiting with ICE. Yep. People shouldn't have anything to worry about unless they're here illegally. That's why I think it's just crazy to see Americans losing their minds over this. What? You're immune to this shit. If you were born here and like your family tree has been here for 100 years, what are you worried about? Like, what are you worried about the people who broke the law? Again, they wouldn't worry about it if they were breaking into their living room. But they want to act like, oh, no, it's fine. They broke into the country. It's totally fine. Thank you for letting me know, Viola. Killer J. They're trying to find ways to keep all these people here because in the next 4 years, they'll have to have their votes to win. Are they really going to start in schools and churches? That just seems a little extreme. Well, yeah, I think that they are trying to keep the illegals here, especially young people, because in the next 4 years, they'll probably be old enough to vote. So I agree. I think that they are trying to keep young or just the illegals here for their votes, as well as the way that it affects census, because our census, whatever you want to call it, that we fill out, that decides our electoral votes. And so the more illegals that we have, 25 million in the country currently, that's really going to affect our electoral votes. And if we have these people voting, that's a lot of blue votes. So I do think that that's why they're trying to keep those people here. Now, President Trump did authorize ICE to go into schools and churches, but what they're saying is that they're going after violent offenders first. So they're looking for MS-13, they're looking for Tren de Aragua, and people like that. I haven't found any stories about ICE going into a school or a church yet. They're just authorized to do so by President Trump. XB, why do schools and churches such a big deal? Why does it matter where they're located? Everybody feels some type of way about something. I don't know. To me, it's not a big deal. I don't think that we should have any off-limit spots for illegals to hide. I don't think that there should be any place in the country that they're allowed to go and they can touch the wall and go safe. And ICE goes, darn, could have got him, but he was in this special building, so we can't arrest the illegal. You know, I'd be pissed if it was a murderer. What if it was a murderer? It doesn't have to be illegal. This guy's a murderer. We watch him murder somebody broad daylight on camera during a live stream. He runs into the building and goes, safe. Police are like, oh, could have got him, but he's in a safe place. It's stupid to me. I don't believe in that stuff. I don't believe in gun-free zones either. You know, I just don't. I think that our rights and our laws should reach regardless of what building you're in. And so, I don't know. To some people, if they feel strongly about it, to me, I just want these assholes kicked out of our country. They shouldn't be here illegally, but that's just me. Patriot operator, did Trump lower the prices of eggs yet? Nah, I don't know. I don't buy eggs. I say they're worried they won't have cheap labor to pick the crops. Yeah, that's what the Democrats keep saying. All right, so it does look like President Trump may be going live here pretty soon. I got Right Side Broadcasting pulled up. This screen in the top left there, the bigger box on the left side, that just popped up. So I assume here shortly we're going to see President Trump walk on stage, and obviously we're going to cover it live. We're going to keep reading through chat. I guess we could put this on in the background. I don't think he's going to be live in the next 10 minutes. I might be wrong. I just don't think so. He's usually late to things. But either way, we'll put this up in the background. We'll keep reading through. If he does take too much time, we'll move on to the next video. And as soon as he steps on stage, regardless of what we're doing, he gets priority. Shane, concealed carry should be legal in every state as well. Yeah, I totally agree. Liberty Sweetheart, the proactive stuff is a little too late. Hand out info on how to become legal months ago. Yeah, Liberty Sweetheart. Well, and I don't think they're actually telling them what to do legally. I think it's the other way. Like, you don't, like, you have the right to plead the fifth, right? So you have the right to remain silent. When these people are when ICE is interviewing potential illegals, they can pretend to be Americans because there's nothing saying they're not until they don't have identification. And so they can basically plead the fifth. And that's what I think is being handed to these students, is information like that. Like, if you see ICE, tell them you're here legally and then tell them you plead the fifth, or tell them that you're not willing to speak without your attorney present. I think it's advice like that. And ICE they'll have trouble with that because they can't just take Americans into custody and all of that kind of stuff. And so if these guys are snake talking smooth enough, they'll be able to work ICE over with just semantics. And I think that's what this school is advising to their students. Now, Liberty Sweetheart, like I'm saying, I don't think they're trying to legalize these people. They're trying to give them clever ways to get out of trouble. They seem like they're scrambling to put this stage together. President Trump may be on his way. Oh, that guy's poor haircut. Holy, the comb over. Never understand that. I will never understand that. Let me see how long this next video is. 3.5 minutes. I think we got time. I'm going to pull this live to the side here, and I'll be able to monitor it. And like I said, if President Trump shows up, he will take the main stage. But until then, we're going to move forward with the flow of things that we got going on here. Like I said, this next video is SoCal schools issue red cards to protect border crossing students. We're going to name it like that. Either way, ICE is really, really mean. We're going to cover this. And like I said, if President Trump walks on stage, I don't care if we're halfway through this video, we're going to put President Trump on. He takes priority. But until then, we'll be covering people really, really afraid of ICE. Hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as GoofTube. And let's get this rolling.
So schools in the Southland could become the next battleground for immigration enforcement. Parents are a little concerned about what's going on here.
And districts are scrambling to protect students. Gigi Graciette has the latest for us from the front lines of this controversy. Morning to you, Gigi.
Melvin and Jen, good morning. Good morning, everyone. The school districts are worried that out of fear, parents may keep their kids home from school and they'll miss out on their education. So they're preparing the best they can for the possibility of ICE agents coming onto campuses. Take a look. LA Unified has prepared and given out what they call red cards. On them, detailed information on your rights if you should be questioned by an immigration officer. And this week, they've started going home with students. The cards come after President Trump signed an executive order which clears the way for federal agents to enter school campuses to enforce immigration laws. The policy very popular with the president's supporters who favor mass deportations. But many school districts around Southern California and throughout the nation say they're struggling to balance these new laws and protect students. At the Santa Ana Unified School District in Orange County, they've already produced a training video for school staff detailing the district's protocol.
We do have a protocol in place where we would not let them in without a warrant. We also want to make it clear that schools are not a place for enforcement, that our children are very young. And this could be a very traumatic experience for students, not only students who might be a target of enforcement, but students who just might witness some of this enforcement.
And the district says it doesn't even track students' immigration status. The Supreme Court actually ruled back in the 1980s that all children, even those who are undocumented, have a right to public education. So what are other school districts doing? Well, we reached out to several here in Southern California, and while some have not gotten back to us yet, others, like Irvine Unified, told us they're awaiting the state's guidance on what to do. Reporting live in Encino this morning, I'm Gigi Graciette. Mel and Jen?
Gigi, I know that one thing that parents have brought up is this idea of handing these red cards to students without any protection at all. When they see these red cards, they read some of the material, they get concerned, and they bring those concerns to their parents as opposed to maybe putting that red card in an envelope that can be taken to their parents so they can be the ones to break that information to them and kind of educate them in that way.
Unclear, Jen, this morning exactly how those red cards are being distributed, but I think the ultimate goal is to get them in those parents' hands so they are aware of their legal rights, should they be stopped or should they be questioned. But it's very stressful. Some parents telling us that kids have enough on their plates right now with, the continuous school shooting drills that they have to go through. And now the possibility of ICE agents coming onto campus and maybe taking away a child or having a child called out of class and then that child doesn't come back to class. It's a lot for kids to handle. And the school districts are trying to, as they said, try to balance the law and also protect students, some of which are so young. All of them really are young.
They're young, yeah. And then they're handed these cards directly and they get to read that information directly for themselves. You can see how that'd be a concern. Gigi, thank you.
Thanks, Gigi.
Children are young. Did you guys know that? Yeah, them children, they're young. Yeah, when a classmate gets called out of class and they don't come back, well, that's disturbing. I bet my classmates just were terribly disturbed. I was constantly being called out of class and never returned because I was either suspended or getting mad and just walking up out of there. Pretty sure my classmates weren't that damn disturbed by it, though. My name came up. They knew exactly what was going on. These people are just talking dumb shit. If you're here legally, you have nothing to worry about at all. If ICE is coming into the school to get you, that's because they already know you're illegal. So, because it's not like kids have any identification. They don't. You don't have anything until you have a driver's license, maybe a school ID, but not even all schools do that stuff. Like I said, if ICE is coming into the school to get you, it's because they already know you're illegal. And it's just nonsense. The children are young, and young people, they're children. I don't know if Hyena Harris wrote the lines for that news thing right there, but yeah. Anyways, waiting on President Trump to show up. There's Mayor Bass right there, who doesn't have a brain inside of her skull. Just can't wait for President Trump to make her cry. I haven't seen News Scum yet, but I'm sure he'll be there as well. Either way, keeping my eyes on the live here, waiting for President Trump to show up. We do have one more news video. We're going to wait for President Trump. We're going to read through the chat. Same kind of song and dance. If President Trump continues to delay things, we'll get into this next video. Otherwise, we're just kind of waiting on President Trump. This next video is titled, Suspects in Fatal Vermont Border Patrol Agent Shooting Have Now Been Identified, and the documents show this. This is a follow-up video we did cover when the Border Patrol agent was smoked. There wasn't a lot of details back then. We knew there was 2 individuals. One of them died, another one in critical condition and in custody. Now we know who they are, whether or not they have legal status and all of that. Like I said, it's coming up next, but we're keeping our eyes on the live. But right now, we're going to read through the chat, see what your hooligans think about SoCal comparing these ICE raids to school shootings. That's directly what they said. Oh, they have to worry about shooter drills. Now ICE is showing up. That's not even a comparable thing, but either way, reading through the chat. Russell, deport the family as a unit, then they'll have other kids, or then the other kids will have a foreign pen pal. You're right, Russell. Hair juicer, children are very young. What? Yeah, that's what happens when we cover blue news. MU, are the cards in English? The cards they showed on the screen are English, but they may not have been the legitimate cards. It could be just some AI generated bullshit or some picture they stole off the internet. Sometimes the news does that. Rappy, Air Force One just landed in LA. I just saw it on Real America's Voice. Thank you for letting me know, Rappy. AR-16 full-blown commie right there. Yep. Pumpkin, can we deport Bass? I'm for that. Stoner, well, if they all get deported, we won't have to worry about school shootings, right? No, we're not deporting the shapeshifters. That's how we end the school shootings. Get rid of the shapeshifters. Patriot Dad, my daughter's a senior in high school. She's been telling me she's been telling me about all the newcomers that don't speak English for 2 years. Yeah, Patriot Dad, that would be difficult to deal with in school. We didn't have any of that when I was in school. Dunn, we had the police show up when I was 15 and grabbed me out of class. Didn't come back for 4 years. Yeah, Dunn, I think all your classmates were disturbed, according to Blue Team News. Oh, it's a tragedy. And then kids have a classmate pulled out and they just don't come back. Well, y'all are soft in California because that shit used to happen every single day when I was in school. AR-16, who sent out the cards? They should be arrested. I don't know if they could be arrested for handing out cards, but they obviously have intentions of protecting illegals. I can't wait for Tom Homan to start holding these officials accountable. He's already said mayors, governors, doesn't matter. You stand in the way of these deportations and you'll be held accountable as if you were aiding and abetting an illegal border crosser. And so we start seeing these people getting arrested like Bass here. I think these people will chill out. When it becomes, it's either you or them or both, I think these people will chill out. Metal Mouth, you should know by now that President Trump is always fashionably late. Yeah, Metal Mouth, I know, but the thing is this doesn't really have a scheduled time. Wasn't even sure if this was actually going to go live or not, so being late, I don't really know what late looks like. So either way, it does appear he's going to be live, and we're not going to miss it. Let's see if this is live. Sometimes Rest Broadcasting plays old footage, but I think this might be live. Let's give it a listen here.
Messenger for the truth, and we see him now. It looks like he has touched down in Southern California, ready to survey the damage and also speak with local and federal leaders.
Exactly. And apologies, that is the correct spelling, of course, of Los Angeles. That's my bad right there. All right, Marine One, there you go. President Trump getting ready, of course, to board, actually go from Air Force One to Marine One, then head to the landing pad, wherever that is in Pacific Palisades, California. So a beautiful look there. Why don't we do this? Why don't we go there live? Let's take this live full screen here. And hopefully when the president does step off the plane there, he'll come over to the press to say a few words. If he doesn't, we will still hear from him here live on RSBN. Let's go there live right now in California.
You think we're going to see a shoulder shimmy from New Scum right there? Alright, I'm just going to mute it for a second because we're not even going to be able to hear anything anyways. Sitting here listening to the plane, the sound of the plane. Sage Pop, over the top drama queens trying to scare everybody. The levels of stupidity with the liberals knows no bound. You're right, Sage Pop. I don't know. They're making a big deal out of something that should never happen in the first place. Wayward, he looks nervous. He does. He knows he's about to get smoked in front of everybody. New Scum and Mayor Bass. President Trump, he's not going to be shy about it. He's been talking bad about him for like a week because they ain't doing right by anybody. Guess who? Happy for him to you. Gavin's going to bow down to the new leader. Watch him beg for forgiveness. I'm looking forward to this interaction here. I'll be checking out this body language, seeing what's going on. Killer J. So they must get traumatized every time the cops sitting in their class or walking the hallways. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're just, I don't know, being soft on TV. What's up, Jay Blazer? Happy freedom to you. Playing on people's heartstrings for their propaganda mission? Absolutely. That is absolutely what's going on. Killer J, the schools are going to protect the kids because the more kids the school has, the more funding they get. It's no different than those farmers and what other businesses that hire illegals. Got to get that money no matter how. Yeah. Yep. And I talk about the school funding situation all the time because we're always covering teachers hiding secrets with students and preventing parents from finding out that they're trying to, shape shift their kids and all that kind of stuff. And count day. You don't send your kid to school on count day, and that's how you hurt their funding. And I think you're right. I think it's a big deal for the schools to try and hold on to these illegals because the more illegals that are there on count day, the more funding they get. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom to you. Rad. Potential. So they're just accusing pretty much everyone of being illegal. Well, the thing is about the whole, point at any person and call them illegal. You show them your state ID, you're no longer in question. That's how easy it is. That's why it doesn't make sense when they're like, oh no, everybody's going to call on anybody who's not white and accuse them of being illegal. Well, that's great. If they got a driver's license, it's going to take a whole 40 seconds to figure out if you're illegal or not. It's really not that big of a deal. Now, nobody wants to be checked for their paperwork. Nobody does. You got to show an ID to go watch a movie. You got to show an ID to buy a can of spray paint. You got to show an ID to go buy a case of beer. Showing an ID so you don't get fucking deported or have your family shot up by ICE because of an accident, not that big of a deal. It's just really not. The Marquis, when a cop pulls you over, you show your ID. Yeah. And it's not fun to be pulled over, but if you ain't doing nothing wrong, chances are you'll be okay. I mean, unless you act like an asshole and stuff, then hey, you can presume responsibility of whatever's going to happen. But yeah, Crystal Blue, Trump will eat him. That's why they took the camera off of Newscom. They're like, nah, he's looking a little nervous. Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. That's what's going on with Newscom right now. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. James, Trump called out Bank of America on a global stage. These punks will be nothing. President Trump, he's getting them all shook up right now. What's your name? We'll go with Orchids. Orchid or Ross? I don't know what your name is. We'll go with Orchid until I can figure it out. But either way, happy freedom to you. I'm waiting to see if we're going to see that shoulder shimmy or not. Because Newsom, he looked high as a kite when he was making that video talking about all the open land and all the possibilities of rebuilding and all of that. He was all geeked up. Liberty, sweetheart, that's my point. They had a chance to make it right and they didn't, so bye, Felicia. Yeah, let's hear what's going on. I'm sure it just sounds like shit in the video, but let's give it a shot. Okay, I can't listen to that bullshit anymore. Why did Newsom look like he was going to kiss him? Look at President Trump pulling his hand. He's like, nah, the handshake happens over here. Where's Secret Service at? Newsom, he's getting a little too close. Oh my God, I want the lip reading on this. I know we can't hear them. We might hear him talk to the press. We'll give it a shot. I hate this airplane sound.
Everybody, so we just left North Carolina a little while ago. We have that in very good shape. We have the congressman in charge and Michael Watley, and we're going to do a lot of work. We have the Army Corps of Engineers working as they are here, and I think you're going to see some very big progress. They left them high and dry, and now we're going to be taking a little tour with some of the people from the area. I appreciate the governor coming out and meeting me, Kevin, very much, and we'll be talking a little bit. We want to get it fixed. We want to get the problem fixed, and there'll be some ways, but it's like you got hit by a bomb, right?
Yeah.
Like you got hit by a bomb. Would you like to say something?
Most importantly, thank you for being here. It means a great deal to all of us, not just the folks in Palisades, the folks in Altadena that were devastated. We're going to need your support. We're going to need your help. You were there for us during COVID. I don't forget that. And I have all the expectations that we'll be able to work together to get this speedy recovery.
We will. We're going to get it done. Tremendous numbers of lives have been affected. A lot of real estate's been affected. Nobody's ever probably seen anything like this. You can almost say since the Second World War, when you think of it. I mean, nothing like this has happened. And we're going to get it fixed, so we'll get it permanently fixed, so it can't happen again. And again, we'll be talking a little bit later, and we'll get it worked out, okay?
I appreciate it, Mr. President.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Both of you have disagreed a lot over the past week over what has happened in this state. How do you plan to
We got to
put your
get it
differences
finished.
aside?
We're looking to get something completed. And the way you get it completed is to work together. It's the governor of the state. And we're going to get it completed. They're going to need a lot of federal help. Unless you don't need any, which should be okay.
We're going to need a lot of federal help.
So we're going to take care of things, okay?
I have all the confidence in the world we'll work that out.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I guess some of you are coming with us and some of you not. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll see you.
President Trump's styling. He got some boots on right now. You don't normally see him in boots. Of course, he's got the black and gold MAGA hat. Melania did a hat switch and a coat switch as well. Gavin Newsom, he is touchy-feely. Real touchy-feely.
All right, so President Trump meeting with the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, there as he walks over to Marine One. They're going to fly in that chopper there. I'm not sure if Gavin will be on that plane or not, or the Marine One, but we do know that President Trump and the First Lady will be on their way to Pacific Palisades to a landing pad there. So once Marine One gets there, then President Trump will do a tour of damage in a Pacific Palisades neighborhood, and then he'll have that LA briefing that we saw earlier.
And like he said, too, this is perhaps the worst damage of any land area since World War II. No exaggeration. This has been like a bomb going off. It's been terrible for Southern California. And some questions there, you might have heard that, hey, you've had some differences on these things, and both the governor and the president acknowledging that, but President Trump saying, we got to get this done, we got to get this fixed, unless you don't want federal aid, look to the governor, and the governor said.
All right, so I will keep this live pulled up. It does seem that President Trump and them have another live scheduled, something more formal in that room with Mayor Bass that we were looking at. Like I said, I got it pulled up right here. We're going to read through the chat a little bit, see what you hooligans think about that little interaction right there between New Scum and President Trump. Once they make it to this formal briefing they got going on, we'll put them back on the screen. Like I said, we do have another piece of the news here, a follow-up video on the Border Patrol agent that was shot. We'll see how things go. If there is a heavy delay between President Trump making this briefing, we will go ahead and cover this next piece of the news. But right now, we're going to read through the chat. So next, ooh, who's kissing Trump? Newsom was like leaning in, like he thought he was get a little smooch off of President Trump. Russell, we're 9 minutes late for the voice chat. Tardiness is not good. I know, Russell. Every day I tell myself tardiness is not good. What's up, Dan? Happy freedom to you. Russell, I wouldn't let Pretty Bo on Marine One. Yeah, nah. New Scum, he's so touchy-feely. He was just constantly trying to handle President Trump. President Trump's like, will you back up, buddy? So I can smell your breath. You smell like another man. Like, get out of here. What's up, Hooligans Island? Thank you for joining us over here on Rumble. Hooligans Island, I thought the schools require vaccination records as ID to prevent our children from catching any disease. I don't know how they do any of that stuff anymore, Hooligans Island. Yeah, because I remember that being a thing. You had to have all your vaccines and shots and all that. Otherwise, you couldn't come to school. Sage Pop New Scum is kissing ass so much right now. He is. He was talking crazy probably earlier today and not even that long ago about President Trump, the mass deportations, and how New Scum is going to prevent that from happening. He's trying to pass bills and stuff to try and fight against the mass deportation. It didn't look like it in that interaction right there. Energy Woman, Gavin is too handsy with the prez. I think so too. I'm surprised Secret Service didn't slap his hands away like, yo, like, get your stinking hands off the president. Like, what are you doing? Pumpkin, New Scum just wants money. He doesn't really care. Yeah. Non-woke, Melanie is wearing the Sarah Connor hat. That's a good catch. Yeah, we really are moving towards the Terminator times. Metalmouth, oh, you can't see the emojis if you aren't an official hooligan on Rumble? I didn't know that. I've seen the locks in the chat before. I never knew what that was. Interesting. I didn't know that. I thought everybody could see the emojis, even if you didn't have the membership. What's up, FEMA region? Happy freedom. Just keeping an eye on this live over here. We're not going to miss President Trump. Jay Blazer, Trump should be kissing him along with the I know it was you, Fredo. I don't know, Jay Blazer. I don't want to see these guys kissing. I don't want to see any part of that. Rad. I'm talking about how like ICE went into the restaurant and accused the ladies of being illegals. They should only be going after people that they know for sure are illegal. Yeah, and it is messy, and it shouldn't be that way. But it's not hard to prove legal status. It's a tough situation. I don't think there's a way for this to happen where everyone's going to be happy. V4. I like Trump, and I'm not even an American. We got a lot of Canadians with us, and they like Trump. It seems like the whole world likes Trump, unless they're lefties. Lefties obviously don't like President Trump. Vinny, Newscomb looked very nervous. He fears the boss, and I think you're right. Crystal Blue. Trump will make it simple. Do it the common sense way, Newscomb, or lose that juicy federal money. The art of the deal. Yeah, this probably is what he's going to do. He's going to say, you're going to have to play ball and do what I say, or watch your city just sit there in ashes and rubble. What's up, Thomas? Happy freedom to you. DeMarquise, Gavin reminds me of Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. DeMarquise, I've always felt like that too. That's a good movie. I might watch that again. I've only seen it once or twice. I think I've only seen it once. It's a good movie though. It ends kind of weird. Joshua, what's that piece of shit doing there? He just wanted to save face with President Trump. Goblin Gavin, yeah, DeMarquise. Liberty Sweetheart Newsom looks like a guy trying to impress his dad with D's on his report card. He is doing a lot of kissing up. Well, these people are looking excited. It does seem that they have everything set up. There's a lot more stuff set up than when we were looking at this before. I assume President Trump will be there shortly. I don't exactly know how far they have to travel, but they are going as the crow flies, so it shouldn't be too long. That being said, this last little bit of the news isn't even a minute and a half, so I think we got enough time to cover it really quick. And of course, we're going to stick around for President Trump going live. We're just going to go ahead and get this out of the way so I can stop looking at the schedule. This last video here is a follow-up video. It's titled, Suspects in Fatal Vermont Border Patrol Agent Shooting Have Been Identified, says these documents, which I'm assuming are police reports. We did cover this originally. It was just 2 people shot and killed a Border Patrol agent. I'm so used to saying border crossers. Border Patrol agent. And that's all we knew. So now we got to follow up with some more details. Hit the thumbs up over on Rumble, as well as the GoofTube, and let's get into this.
Following some breaking news at noon, in just the past hour, we've learned new information on the suspects involved in the fatal shooting of U.S. Border Patrol agent. We now know who federal prosecutors say fired the shot that killed Agent David Mayland. According to federal court documents obtained by NBC5, Teresa Youngblood and Felix Bockhold had been under observation by federal investigators since January 14th. On Monday, Border Patrol stopped a car with North Carolina plates on Interstate 91 in Coventry, Vermont. The documents say the car was registered to Felix Bockhold, a German citizen who appeared to have an expired visa. The car was being driven by a Teresa Youngblood. According to prosecutors, they were both carrying guns. At some point during the interaction with border agents, Youngblood fired without warning, and an agent fired back with his service weapon. Court documents say agents fired a total of 7 shots. The gunfire resulted in Border Patrol agent David Mayland, Youngblood, and Bockhold all sustaining gunshot wounds. Bockhold died at the scene, and agent David Mayland later died from his injuries at North Country Hospital. Youngblood was taken to Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center, where she is still receiving treatment this afternoon. We'll continue to dig into these details and bring you more on this story both on air and online starting tonight at 4 o'clock.
All right, Border Patrol agent update there. One of the people were here legally. The other one was not. They did have a visa, but their visa expired. Everybody was armed. Not sure why. Things did not go to plan. They said that the woman, who, as far as I know, is here legally, she was the one that opened fire. She saw the Border Patrol open fire on them and all of that. Seems like they were up to no good. Either way, let's get this pulled back up. Waiting for President Trump to go live. This is a live view of them leaving the airport, I guess. Just waiting for them to show up at the meeting that you see on the right side of the screen below the Right Side Broadcasting reporter is there. That this will be the last little bit of the news, and then we got a funny video and a feel-good video of the day coming up after President Trump is no longer live. Right now, we're going to read through the chat. And as you hooligans see, Klaus finally joined us. Thanks for showing up late today. You're a good boy. President Trump's coming up. Don't fall asleep. Don't do it. Don't fall asleep. Okay. Anyways, reading through. Let's get this on the screen. Larry, I think that they should make it a requirement if they want federal help, they need to cooperate with the deportations. Yeah, and I wonder if that's how President Trump's going to give it to them, because they have threatened that if they're going to stand in the way of what President Trump's doing, then he's going to work on cutting their federal funding and all of that. And Tom Homan, he's saying, you know, he'll hold people accountable. Mayors, governors, whoever it is that stands in the way, they'll be held accountable legally, like a criminal manner, if they stand in the way of the mass deportation. So I think so. President Trump, he's got some leverage. Russell Klaus is late too. Yeah. He sees me late all the time. He thinks he can be late. Metalmouth Klaus has arrived. He has. I saw you ask where he was, and I was in the middle of typing, and then he jumped up here, and I was like, well, we'll just let it speak for himself. Pumpkin, if Klaus doesn't show soon, we may have to go look for him. No, I could hear him howling in the hallway. Dusto, shapeshifter newscaster? I don't think so. I'm trying to think. Oh, in the last video, I don't know. I wasn't looking hard enough. I missed it. I was doing 3 or 4 things all at once. Snooks, I see that you joined the membership program over here on Rumble, but you were already a member, I thought. Either way, I appreciate you, Snooks. Thank you for joining the membership program over on Rumble. You're officially a hooligan. I appreciate you, Snooks. Non-woke, is Trump touring the fire damage? Probably, but he's also going to be heading to this room on the lower right side of the screen there. They're going to hold a presser of some sort. Pumpkin Klaus has telepathy. Oh, I don't give him that much credit. Maybe. Josh 1776, which coffee are you trying first? I haven't really decided yet. I would like to try them both today. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be late. It'll probably be 10, 11 o'clock before I get to try it, but I'm looking forward to it. Boosted Flames, just Klausing around. Yes, I've never thought of phrasing anything like that, but I love that. He's just Klausing around. Matthew, have you seen Come Home, Lassie? No, I've never heard of that. Crystal Blue, Klaus Daniels is so stinking cute. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a teddy bear cat. Crystal Blue, oh my god, I love Tom Homan. He's a badass. I haven't seen him since President Trump's been inaugurated. I assume he's working and all of that. Getting those deportations moving. Marquise, get that drone. Crazy sauce. I wonder when we're going to hear about the drones. President Trump was talking leading up to the inauguration that he was going to tell us what was happening with the drones. And then after the inauguration, I haven't heard one thing about it. Extra Bill, Trump likes to shake your hand strongly and pull you into him. He has been doing it for a long time. He does it if he likes you to mess with you. if he does it, wait a minute. And he does it if he doesn't like you, like he did to Newscom. Yeah. A lot of videos of President Trump shaking hands, you see him like pull in like that. And he was doing that to Newscom, and they're like going back and forth like that. I don't know. President Trump, he's got some charisma, I'll tell you that. What's up, Andy? Happy freedom to you. Jacob, we haven't heard it yet. No, we haven't heard it yet. It may happen. I'm not saying it's not. We just haven't heard it yet. Liberty Sweetheart, a lot of those people talking, a lot of pep talk. Why can't I read? A lot of pep talking going on in that room in the lower corner there, shaking in their boots. Yeah, Mayor Bass, or however you say her name, she's there. President Trump's going to walk in. He's going to say something bad about each and every one of these people, and I'm sure they know it. Newscom, I don't know if he's on the plane with President Trump or what, but that's why he showed up first to kiss that ass. Because President Trump, he's going to slam. He's going to say what they don't want to hear right to their face, and, you know, that's just too bad. Oh, I see, Snooks. I was wondering. I was wondering if that was the situation. And Ed just popped in to say California doesn't really need government aid. It has the 6th largest economy in the world. Newscom has probably pocketed a good quarter of it. Well, I bet you're right, Annette. Like we talk all the time about their homeless programs and all that stuff they do in California. They never seem to fix the problem. That's because when they got these government projects, these programs that they create, only a certain percentage of the funding has to go towards the cause, especially if it's considered a nonprofit or a charity. I think they only have to put 40% or something like that up in order to be considered a nonprofit. So the rest of that money, they're just putting it in their pocket. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's really what Newscom is up to. Roy, Newscom, and Bass are both there. Newscom met him. Yeah, we covered it live. Shroomish, not to mention some of the highest taxes in the U.S. that we pay. California does. We'll see, and I think you guys in California got to get your vehicles all certified and stuff, unless that's been changed. California and Canada is the only place I know of where you're not legally allowed to drive your car if you got lights on the dashboard. I don't know if it's changed, but I wonder how that affects income as well. What's up, Silver Wolf? Happy freedom to you. We don't have any emissions stuff like that here in Michigan. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Lisa, I think I'm gonna get a Trump tattoo on my neck. If that's what you want, Lisa, it's your neck. Extra Bill. The cool thing about Barron is that he watched streamers. Yeah. I think Barron's only 18 years old. He's involved in a lot of things for only being 18. Andy, I'm in Ontario. No safety checks or even license plate renewals anymore. That's cool. You guys don't even have to renew your license plates? I'm not sure how often we got to renew ours. I think I've only had 2 license plates, and I've been driving for a while. Not 20 years, maybe 15 years or something like that. I think every 10 years or something we got to renew our plates, but I'm sure every state is different. Joshua, and screw your freedom, Arnold. I think it's amazing how many people do not remember Arnold Schwarzenegger being a commie during the lockdowns. I have I have the clip of him saying that stuff, and I share it all the time. Crystal Blue, did you mention that Trump declassified the files on RFK, MLK, and JFK unalivings? We covered it live yesterday, Crystal Blue. The Marquise. I'm reading 6 chat, the Marquise. I don't know what you said. If Trump pulled out, we wouldn't have Barron. Well, that's true. That's true. Thank God he didn't do that. Krista Blue, Barron will be our future president for sure. So a lot of people eyeballing him. He's got like 15, 20 years before he can be president. I think you got to be 35. I just became eligible to become president last March. Russell, Barron is like a big little Trump. Yeah, he is. Non-woke California is a beautiful state, but it's too woke now. Yeah, I heard the same thing about Portland. One day, I think we'll liberate the left coast. It's hard to say, though. You can't force people to do things. I mean, unless it's deportations, and hey. Silver Wolf, get a Trump tattoo on your neck, and the tattoo artist is in terrible speller and puts thumper. I mean, you got to double check. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy Freedom. Plastic Quack. I'm trying to think how to say this because YouTube's watching and they don't let me talk about the stripes in the sky. Let me see. Plastic Quack says they put sky trails out of Southern California before President Trump landed. It was beautifully clear, a beautiful clear day until a couple hours before he got here. Yeah, Plastic Quack. They have a lot of information about the trails they put in the sky. It has something to do with the ozone. It used to be cloud seeding, I think is what they used to call it. Now they say that the trails in the sky are not real and that's only a conspiracy theory. But like in the 70s or 80s, they came out saying that they were going to do that because of cloud seeding to protect the ozone layer and other reasons that they made up in their head. Non-woke, any of us could have done better than Biden. Yeah. Well, WMM, he's a year older than me, and he was talking about running for president, and we were like, you really can't do worse than Biden. Any one of us would do better than Biden. Hurley Girl, happy freedom to you. Portland is a dumpster fire. Lots of shapeshifters running loose and too many people doing the Fetty slump. Yeah. You're right. Like I said, it could be liberated, but you can't make people do things. No worries, Crystal Blue. No worries. I've been doing my best to try and cover everything live. Like I said, we've been chasing President Trump because there's no real schedule to be able to tell when he goes live and all of that. But I've been doing my best to try and cover it live. So all the executive orders we've covered live. And most of the press briefings, there's only been like one or two things that I didn't cover the WEF Zoom call live. I would have. I didn't know that it was happening. And the North Carolina live. I didn't know that was happening either. Rip Curl, man, the damage, deaths, and the people affected by these fires are so sad, and it's shameful how they are failing the people. Well, yeah, and that's why President Trump's there. And same thing with North Carolina. Like I said, I don't think he's going to be very nice when he gets into this meeting because he was tearing them a new asshole in North Carolina. He was saying like FEMA is not doing right about you guys, and nobody is. Now didn't talk bad about local leaders. They seem to be doing all they can, but he was more or less bashing the federal government. And in this situation, he's absolutely going to be blaming Bass and Newscomb because he hasn't been quiet about it. He's already been talking very loudly about how they've let down the people in California. And I assume there's going to be more talk just like that coming up, except for the people he's chewing that ass. They're going to be sitting there present. It's going to be good stuff. I'm looking forward to it. White guy. My niece is ultra progressive, and she couldn't wait to get back to Portland. Yeah, well, they probably feel like a safety blanket. They leave Portland, and then they get out here where all of us are normal, and then they feel threatened. And so then they got to recluse back to the dumpster fire. I hate to talk about your niece like that, but covering a lot of progressives, Antifa, shapeshifters, any of that stuff on the left coast, that seems to be the deal. They're very comfortable when they're in their own space, but as soon as they step into normalcy, it's like anxiety goes through the roof. Hurley Girl, I can't stand working in Portland when I have to work up there. Yeah, it seems like a dangerous place. Those shapeshifters are unstable. Lisa, my God, Trump is one man I would not want chewing my ass. If you say so, Lisa, I think there's a couple ladies out there would absolutely sign up for that ass chewing. A couple beers in the middle of the night, they're ready for that ass chewing, all right. Dollar Bill, did Trump sign an executive order eliminating tax on overtime? Not that I know of. I'm not sure that he can sign an EO on that. I think it's got to go through Congress and all of that, and that's going to be the tough hurdle. You know, is Congress and all of that, are they going to support no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, all that kind of stuff? It's really hard to say. Who is that guy? I'm like, why are they all zoomed in on that guy? We know who that guy is. She might be laughing now. She ain't gonna be laughing when President Trump shows up. Lisa, oh, he'd be welcome to chew on anything else. You crack me up, Lisa. Crystal blue exhaust trails hang depending on the temperature and prevailing winds. Yeah, but that's not what the trails in the sky are. They're heavy metals and stuff like that. Like I said, if you just look up cloud seeding, that's what the left does. Hold on, can we hear this?
But I was...
No, we can't hear it. We're just listening to the right side broadcasting reporters right now. Like I said, if you look up cloud seeding, they have a lot of information on the trails in the sky because that's what they originally called it. It's kind of like acid rain, right? You don't hear about acid rain anymore. They call it climate change now. That's what the left does. They change the labels. And so it's really hard to find the history on anything or really see how something started versus being brand new, right? They'll say, oh, we got this new program that's called this, but really it's a program that's been running for 50 years. They just did a name change last second for whatever reason. And that's how it is. If you look up cloud seeding, you find a ton of information. They told the public about it. They're really excited about it. And then they changed the name. And so people call it sky trails. You know what I'm trying to say. I can't say it because it's fucking YouTube. But people call that. And if you say that phrase on YouTube, you can be banned. You can be suspended. You could be demonetized. And I've already been demonetized. But yeah, it's a no-no word. Can't talk about the trails in the sky. It's a name change. It's semantics. That's what it is. But that's what the left does. Here, Juicer, the RNC asked me to run. It'd be cool to be Sorensen. I don't know how you say that name. Sorensen. But then I'd be in a fucking Congress. I mean, you'd be all right here, Juicer, if you're in Congress. Isn't MTG? Isn't she in Congress? That'd be something. See, I'm gonna talk you into it. Russell, this week's been crazy, but crazy good. I agree. We've been really busy this week, but it's all been good stuff. Hair Juicer, how cool would it be if I changed my name to Representative Hair Juicer? That'd be badass. You gotta wear a hooligan shirt when you show up, though. If they let Feder Cheese, what is his name, Fetterman or whatever, if they let him rock a dirty hoodie when he's wandering around the Capitol, you can absolutely wear a hooligan shirt. Russell, no tax on tits. I'm not sure that that's been signed in yet, but I'm just waiting on it. What's up, Astro Hammer? Happy freedom. Stoner, I want to run and get that Soros money. Oh, no. You never know what he's going to ask of you. Let's see. Can we hear these guys?
I think about Maui.
Nope, not yet. Pumpkin, aren't they supposed to stand until the president sits down? When he arrives. I assume when he arrives, they're all going to be scrambling to get out of the chairs. These people don't look that healthy. They probably can't stand that long. Stoner snail trails? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The good old scratch and sniff. What's up, David? Happy freedom to you. Meadowmouth, I would probably be a member of Congress if I was in Congress to wear a Megadeth shirt during the session. Yeah, need to take all those formalities away. Be a little bit more normal. That's how you reach the American people. Here, Juicer. MTG. So I told you, I'm going to talk you into it. What's up, Cadillacs? Happy freedom to you. Lisa, chairs flipping over, depends filling up just because Trump walks into the room. That's what we're about to see. What's up, Cindy? Happy freedom to you. Thomas, Crystal, this is a conspiracy chat. Either drink the Kool-Aid or run. I don't think it's that bad. The Marquis starfish stickers? No. Don't put stickers on your starfish. It's not good for you. To Marquis Agent Orange Man. I mean, they're scared of Trump already. You ain't got to bring that up. What's up, Breeze by you? Happy freedom. You're just in time for President Trump. He's going to be going live any minute now. I mean, this is live what we're watching, but he's supposed to be participating in a briefing coming up. Stoner rolling a fatty in Congress. No, man. Get Matt Gaetz with you. Hanging out. Appeal to Evan. It's good Kool-Aid. I don't know why people are getting bent out of shape. Stupid. Ghostly, stickers on your starfish and chip clips. Yeah. We got a way about us over here. Dollar Bill, back to using the long steps on Air Force One. Well, I didn't even pay attention to that. You're probably right. Rat, thought he already did the briefing. No, it's coming up. I don't know why you guys are arguing about the trails in the sky. No matter what anybody says, they'll still be up there. That's why I don't understand why people get so bent out of shape. Astral Hammer, it's been freezing all week, in the negative sometimes, and today I saw a giant V of geese flying overhead. Why the heck are they still hanging out in Michigan? They're probably Canadian geese. Here, or Astral Hammer, don't they honk and say "A" afterwards? That's if I'm seeing geese in the sky, I just assume they came from Canada. Russell, so you saw V? It's good stuff. Appeal to Evan, puff puff pass inside the helicopter. No, President Trump would never tolerate that. I don't know if President Trump is directly against weed, but he is absolutely against drugs. He doesn't believe in drinking or smoking cigarettes. So, no, I don't think we'll ever see legal weed or any reclassification or anything like that with President Trump. He's against all that stuff. A lot of Republicans and conservatives are against weed. I couldn't even talk about it for like the first 2 years I was a live streamer because you just watch everyone leave the chat. What's up, Kaczynski? Happy freedom to you. Hooligans Island, watch New Scum. He's probably got a weapon hidden in his pants. Or maybe he's just happy to see President Trump. Hopefully that's it. Hopefully that's all that's going on. Non-woke, I need a hooligan sticker. We got them over on the merch store. Just waiting for President Trump to walk in. These people are going to be crapping their pants. Metalmouth, Marine 1 needs a hooligan sticker as well. I know. I want to send President Trump a hooligan t-shirt, but he don't wear t-shirts. We'll never see him wearing it. Done. If New Scum has anything, it's in his prison pocket. Yeah, he's just... It's loose. Why is it so roomy in here? Guess who? The Canadian geese want their correct pronouns. It's annoying as fuck. That's terrible. That's terrible. Dollar Bill, send your shirt to Barron. That's a good idea. I don't know how we would do that, but that's probably the way to go. Barron probably rocks t-shirts. Cindy, Barron will wear it. See, you guys are all ahead of me on this. Send him a hat. That's a good idea. Rune, happy freedom to you. Agent O, I'm a convert. I'm a convert, so I still smoke weed. Well, you guys don't have to announce if you smoke weed. It's just, I was referencing a time period in this whole live streaming deal we've been doing together. Day one, Hooligans, remember, you couldn't say anything about weed in the chat or people would jump all over you. People felt really strongly during the lockdowns. It was very much like Antifa and stuff, where if you didn't think the same thought that everybody else thinks, well, you're getting targeted and you're getting attacked. And I always hate that stuff, but it happens. What's up, Random? Happy freedom to you.